Very good afternoon and welcome to round 13 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League at the Drouin Rec Reserve this afternoon. Of course, it's a big day. Today it's all about the cameo appearance of the Little Master, Gary Ablett Jr., of course, pulling on the Guernsey for the Drouin Hawks. The Hawks will be disappointed with last week's effort, but today it just might inspire them to a victory. Of course, they take on the Tigers. They'll need to put all the emotion behind them, all the excitement just to one side for one little moment, because this is a big game for them. It's a must-win, and it is going to be an absolute belter. Great to have your company on TRFM right across Gippsland and the Valley. Of course, my name's Daryl Cooling. Joining me, my co-caller is Rob Popplestone. Good afternoon to you, Poppy.
G'day, Scud. G'day, Gippsland. Exciting afternoon ahead. I guess all eyes on who lines up on Gary Ablett Jr. for this Morwell side, and Boxer will be giving us that information throughout the afternoon.
Special comments, all thanks to Carpet Country. Nick Lacino, good afternoon to you.
G'day, Scud. G'day, team, and g'day, listeners. It's great to be here. Very excited. The great man's out there wearing his number 29 as well.
Where's he going, Box?
He's going middle.
Going straight in the middle of the ground. Of course, number one stats man in the business is Paul Carty, who's to my right. Paul, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Daryl. It's certainly an important game for Morwell. If Sale go down to Wonthaggi and Morwell win today, they're just one game out of the five. But I'm going for Drouin to win by 29 points.
Oh, wow.
Do you like the margin?
Yes, I do.
Now, hang on. We've got a bit of a different situation here. The central umpire, is it a junior central umpire?
Yep.
Junior.
No, good. No, it's all fine, Boxer. Don't worry about that.
Sorry. Yep, here we go.
First quarter action for Virtue Homes is about to get underway. It'll be Musil up against Taylor. And I'll give it to Musil. McAuliffe in the middle of the ground. Right foot kick's going to go to the top of the 50. Brandon McDonald picks it up on the half volley. Front and square there was Gray. Coming in hard was Harvey. And trying to rip it out of the pack there was Aidan Quirk. Now, for those that are looking at the record, there is different numbers for the Drouin players this afternoon because of their Indigenous Guernsey that they've got, looking absolutely beautiful as well. So just bear with us for this Drouin side to start with. Quick handball out from Aidan Quirk, picked off by Cooling. He handballs to Musil, goes backwards to Whack. Little quick kick. Here's Quigley, gets it out wide to the run there of... Comes back to Cooling. He has a flying shot at goal. First shot, and I tell you what,
He's got it.
he's got his first goal in senior footy. Blake Cooling gets the first for the Tigers, and they're up and about.
Great job there, son of Vanessa. What a great kick that one as well, too. Actually, it was a great finish there, too, by the Tigers, because they shared the ball around inside 50. It did flop around a little bit, though, but found himself in some open ground. And a great finish there by Blake, and the first one on the board.
And it's come at about the 45-second mark of this game, and the Virtue Home scoreboard readings 1 goal straight, 6 to Morwell.
So Blake Cooling says, take that, GA, as he puts the Tigers on the board. Musil gets the first tap, and Ablett applies the tackle marginally high. The umpire says no. Held the ball in, did the great man. So we'll take two in the centre of the Drouin Rec Oval. 1.5 minutes gone. The visitors, that's Morwell leading by a goal as a result of Blake Cooling's stand and deliver goal from 35. It'll be 55 out by the time he gets home tonight. The ball thrown up again. Who gets the tap? Musil gets the tap again. Can't find a teammate. Rushed forward by Aidan Quirk, and they bust the pack. Nicely done by Boyd. Handballs off, and off they go. The Tigers running nicely inside forward 50. McDonald went too early. Nice mark at the back of the pack by Alex McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan tries to square it out to the right side. Joe Collins is out there. He'll handball over the top. Gives it to the runner in Jordan Kingy. His left foot kick down towards half forward area. Kai Quirk was the target. Gathers it in the field of play. Handballs backwards to a teammate.
Umpire says
out of bounds.
It's interesting too, though. Tristan Wax running with Gary Ablett at the moment too. So very unusual matchup there for the Tigers. One of their best players going up against one of the elite players of all time. See how that goes out for the afternoon, boys.
So boundary throw in. We've travelled 2.5 minutes. The Tigers lead it by 6 points. Tapped down by Taylor. There is Whack. Kick down towards half forward. McDonald was the target, gets over the back. Good spoil on that occasion by Bethune. Quick kick from Gray, goes inside forward 50. Darnell Grech handballs out to the runner. Here's Cody McDonald, just needs to sit for him, and it doesn't. And then a strong tackle by Brody Atkins. And the umpire said no prior. Will ball it up 40 metres out from the Tigers' goal.
Great to see Cody McDonald back in after injury. Darnell Grech playing forward. Interesting move there as well, Scud.
Yeah, obviously making a few little changes, as you said, with Whack sort of going to Ablett, sort of upsets him a little bit down back, but a quick tap out, comes out to Gray, handballs now to the quick handballs of runner of McDonald, couldn't get ball to boot. At ground level is Bailey, left footer will snap around the body for the Zambro.
Oh, hello.
Goal of the day.
Hello.
Boyd Bailey.
Bang, 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 bang. There is a Mexican six-shooter because that was an absolute ripper of a goal Not even quite a stoppage either. It was just the ball was in dispute. The Tigers are on fire at the moment too, and I just hope to say that Drouin aren't overawed by the whole event of Ablett playing today as well, because they look a little bit flat-footed. The Tigers are all up and about.
And 2 goals, both from stoppages for Morwell, and the Virtue Home scoreboard reads exactly that. 2 goals straight, 12 Morwell. Drouin yet to go inside their forward 50.
All right, the centre of Drouin Oval, 3 3/4 minutes gone, as you heard. It's all Morwell in the early stages. And let's see if Drouin can settle in front of what is a healthy crowd now and building. Newsall gets the tap. Can he find a teammate? He can. It's Quigley. Gives it off to Bailey, and off they go, the Tigers. Dropping maybe what they should have taken was Quigley. Good tackle laid on. Umpire says, I'll take control, just as Gary Ablett got his first touch.
Joe Collins, good tackle, just jumped him.
It was piggybacking him.
It was.
Yeah, so Joe Collins. We'll see who's running with Ablett as we speak, as the tap comes down, ground level, a bunch of players. Whack got ball out, nicely done. Bailey got tackled hard. Some ferocity in the Hawks tackling, and the umpire will assume control. I reckon that was Brodie Atkins, was it, Scud?
Yeah, it was
16-year-old.
Yeah, it's good signs there too for Drouin too, because Morwell's got off to a really flying start. Aiden Quigley's a big one for me at the minute. A few touches early. They look really dangerous at the moment, so the Drouin really have to lay those tackles on.
So again, Taylor tapped it down, beautifully done there to Marshall. Handballs out wide to the runner Collins. His left foot kick found a target, lands in the hands of Kai Quirk. Half forward flank, he's probably 80 metres out from goal still. He's a good player for the Hawks. Right foot kick goes inside forward 50. Being held? No. Play on to the umpire. Gets out the back. Here's Brandon Bailey. Handballs over the top, coming the other direction. Hard there for the Hawks. Galea gave it to Boyd Bailey. Gets it out to the runner in Cooling. Right foot kick goes down the line towards one-on-one McDonald. Gets over the back. The Bethune was a defender there. McDonald gathers it, then leaves it on the ground. Now picks it up. Bethune wraps him up in the tackle, and we'll have a stoppage. McKellar came to help as well. The Tigers lead by 12.
Good result there for the Tigers as well. It was 2-on-1, so he did a smart move of trying to hold it up, create a stoppage, and that's what he's done right now.
Ablett watched Boxer this afternoon. How's he started?
Not real good.
Okay, a little bit quiet.
He's very quiet at the moment.
Whack took on that tackle. The ball bounced it out the back. Quick one there from Marshall. Got a handball away. They get it out wide. Quick snap around the body there was smothered from Collins and Musil.
I'll just call it a filling out time. I think just give it. Yeah. We'll give him 7 or 8 minutes, and then we'll say bang.
I'm watching him, and he's moving like Messi. He's picking his time to use his pace, and he's just sizing up the game. I saw him as Drouin went forward. He was just having a look. He wasn't running with any enthusiasm to position. He's just finding out what he can and can't do at the moment as they go forward again now. And again, he's just, as you said, I reckon it's going to take him 10 minutes.
Feel out. I think, and the thing too about Morwell at the moment, their inside pressure's fantastic, right? So they're holding that ball up, can't get it out to the spare man like Ablett likes to run free as well.
Well, we called Drouin last week, and what you want to see a little bit of intensity, because they lacked that a little bit last week. So let's see if they can help him out. Goes through the legs there of Bailey. Cooling picked it up and then got wrapped up instantly. The umpire said no prior opportunity.
And the tackling is good from the Hawks, and it should be, given that they've been beaten to the ball early in this first quarter. 6 3/4 minutes gone. Morwell 2 straight goals. Drouin yet to score. Ball on the outer side of the ground. Blake Cooling, another touch. Didn't gain a lot of yardage. There's Ablett's first touch of the afternoon. A kick from a pack. It unfortunately falls in the arms of a Morwell defender, and that defender is Max Linton. Max Linton from right half-back flank kicks along the 9. Nice leg. Taken out of position. It was the Drouin defender, and now Morwell with some numbers get their opportunity again. A quick kick forward by Gray. Makes it 3 from 3. If you don't mind, Tommy Gray, your little beauty. Yep. The Tigers are up and away.
Yeah, brilliant set up there by the Tigers as well. Their overlap handball was fantastic. Again, Aiden Quigley figured in that then 2-pop. His handball over the top to Gray. He was on the overlap. Run inside 50. I spoke to Scud about how good this kid's going to look, and he looks great. He runs on top of the ground really well for a big guy, and a great finish off there for the Tigers.
3 goals in the first 7 minutes of the game. The Virtue Home scoreboard reads Morwell 3 straight 18. Drouin yet to score.
Yeah, Scud, it's going to happen. He's just gone forward now too, and Tristan Wack has followed him forward too.
Who's gone forward?
Gary Ablett has gone forward.
Please use his names.
Sorry.
Can the Hawks get it inside forward 50? This time Musil taps it down. Marshall had it. Great tackle. That's holding the footy. No, the umpire said.
Sorry, I keep forgetting his name sometimes because I get a bit overawed by the whole occasion. But, yeah, Gary Ablett's gone forward now.
So we've got another ball up in the middle of the ground. Taylor with a big tap out. Quigley there. Shoved in the back. No free kick there from Stevens. Handball goes through. Marshall, do they go to him on this occasion? It goes inside forward 50. It's a scrubber little kick. And the target there on that occasion was Clayton Kingy. He wheels around. The kick was partially smothered. It ricochets off the defender of Galea, and it goes over for a boundary throwing. Crowd definitely building now. It's a good crowd now around the fence here at the Drouin Rec Reserve. 8.5 minutes into this first quarter. The Tigers, though, 18 points in front. They've kicked 3 goals straight, Pop.
Okay, so Drouin now, around about left half forward flank. Bailey gets a quick kick forward to the outer side wing. Back of the pack, first touch, nicely done. It was Oddie. And now they've got some runners, and they run beautifully too. Blake Curling, time to settle! Nice leg!
See,
Brandon McDonald.
I like this move by Darnell Greg forward. He's a good size. He's gone forward. He led up well. The only thing my concern would be is kicking, obviously, a renowned backman that he is. But a great kick in there by Coolin as well. He's on fire at the moment. Are we taking his stats today, Paulie?
Yeah, 5 disposals already.
Woo. Well done. So Darnell Greg now from inside 50. The slightest of angles off the leg. Looks nice. 4 from 4. Yes, sirree. Tigers. Here we go. Drouin. Time to compose. And the great man might be an important part of that as we speak.
And I think the most important part for me too now with Morwell is they're up and about. Every player just come around then to Greg. They've changed their side up a fair bit as well. They've changed a couple of positions as well. Wack's gone back. Greg's gone forward. Cool into a wing. So there's a lot of little changes here that I really do like by the Morwell side. It's starting to work for them. 4 straight's a great start.
And that's only from 5 inside the 50s box. Virtue Homes scoreboard. Morwell 4 straight 24. Drouin yet to score.
So back to the middle. They go again. Taylor again does the duties. This time Musil tapped it down. A quick handball there was from Lopez. That was Riley. It squirted out the back though. Marshall's been busy. Kick didn't go too far. Bailey hit over the football. No high contact. Yes, there was high. Seba Amorosi from the middle of the ground. Bailey drives his left foot into it. One-on-one target. McDonald goes back. Can't quite complete the mark. Oddie tries to put on a tackle. Underground handball there from Cody McDonald. Has to work at ground level again. Marshall's been good. Quick handball out from Kai Quirk. They're under pressure. The Hawks defenders head over the football, trying to crash his way through. On that occasion was Klebney. And the free kick will end up in the hands of Marshall for the Hawks. They relieve a little bit of pressure.
What I like the fact that Greg's gone forward is because of so one-dimensional Morwell can be. With McDonald playing forward, Greg, 2 options there, opens it up, and their options are even better.
Okay, so Bethune comes grandstand side and finds Joe Collins and plays on quickly, feeds off with the handball. Nice piece of play. There's some open space here through. I reckon Jordan King is it or not? Not sure. Goes to right half forward flank now. And the player with the ball is Harry Wands on that left leg, can be deadly, goes to the pocket. Ablett one-on-one, whack, good defence from behind, punch forward, falls in the arms of Blake Cooling. He gives ground, they keep possession, and a nice mark taken by Maxie Linton. Half forward flank, pays on quickly. Bailey feeds off, runs into trouble. Brandon McAuliffe's equal to the task. Tumbling punt towards half forward. Over the top it goes, nicely done. McDonald feeds it off.
Carlson.
Good handball it was too. To Carlson, did you say? And now he goes in forward, just 20 metres from Morwell's goals. But Drouin are equal to the task, and Shea Harvey feeds it off, and Reece Salter will ease an enormous pressure for the home side.
Yeah, they get outside 50. Nicely done now. Quick kick goes to Quirk. They've got a runner on the outside. Bethune can't go over. Quirk has to go and get it himself again. Right foot kick to half forward. All on his own is Pratt. And he couldn't bend over and take the mark. Come off his shin. And goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, they're just a little bit sloppy at the moment, Drouin, don't they? They just the pressure of Morwell is really forced them to error so much time every time they get the ball. But they just are really a bit sloppy with the ball when they're coming out of their defensive 50 at the moment.
12.5 minutes in, Tigers by 24 points. Ground level there, Cooling handballs again. That was Jacobson it was. Go to the Seb Amoroso. Delivers to Ablett! Takes the mark in the pocket. Beautiful kick by Seba. And Ablett looks, he's hard up on the boundary line, plays on quickly, kick around the body, on its way! He's kept it skinny. We were about to erupt, Boxer. That would have been something special.
Wow, that was awesome too, and it was the old Gary Ablett-like type. He just didn't give him time to even think about it. and just unfortunately it was just went a bit skinny.
One behind, 1 point. Drouin and Morwell 4 goals straight 24. Virtue Homes scoreboard.
Isn't he a different player when he's got the ball in hand? He showed some pace when he needed it then. And I tell you what, he probably needs the Zambero goal of the day. He's been out of work for a little while. But he'll take what he can give us. Drouin go forward. Nice take by Ryan Taylor. Top of the square. A quick kick forward fortuitously. Falls in the arms of Taylor. And he'll make up for Ablett. Couldn't do just a moment ago. As good as it was, as we called.
Where is he?
Just skinny.
Give him the handball. Go get the back of the pack.
He's centre half forward.
He is.
So this is what they need to settle this Drouin side in front of a healthy crowd, is to get on the scoreboard in a big way. 13 and 3/4 minutes gone. They trail by 23. Nice work. They now trail by 17, Paul Carter.
That's correct, Poppy. Their first goal has come at the 14-minute mark of this first quarter. The Virtue Homes scoreboard, Drouin 117. Trailing Morwell, who are 4 goals straight, 24.
Hey, Scott, we should quickly go around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture in Gippsland. In the AFL, you've got to take a coach every week, don't you, to get a good result. It's the Gold Coast Suns actually showing a little bit of tail. It's a St Kilda at the moment. It's 3-2-20 just to the 1 point.
Ooh, it's good for the Tigers.
Good start.
For the Tigers.
And for the Pies, though, the Pies are up and about 7-1-43. They lead the Dockers 4-2-26 halfway through the second quarter.
Word is a bad jumper clash there in the AFL. Surely we get things right. Ablett's gone back in the middle now for the Hawks. This time taking the ruck is Bethune. Goes through the hands. Ablett gets the free kick for a hold. Right in the middle of the ground. Gary Ablett Jr. handballs out the back to the runner. This time it's Kinder. Right foot kick out towards Stevens. Can't complete the mark.
No, he's paid it. Scott, he's paid it.
Paid the mark.
Yep, he's paid the mark.
Half forward flank is Bailey. Goes out wide to Brodie Atkins. He can turn around. Usually a beautiful kick of the football. Chisels a pass in. And just picking that one off in front of there. Looked to be McAuliffe. The handball comes out. Now quickly gets on the end of it. And he got shoved in the back.
Oh, by Ablett. I tell you what.
Downfield, reported, sent off. No,
Easy,
only
Tiger.
kidding. Well, just a shove in the back after Quigley got rid of the ball.
It was line ball too, so the umpire's right on Ablett, as are a number of Morwell players. As Wack tries to take on Ablett, handballs quickly to McAuliffe. They're inside forward 50 now. Drouin have got the numbers, they give ground. They should get this one out fairly comfortably because they've got a couple of options on the outer side of the ground, one of which is Brodie Atkins. Dan Klebney's kick to him didn't quite find the man, so it spills over the boundary line around about the forward 50 intersection, boundary and forward 50. And Drouin kicking to the right of radio. Morwell into attack as we speak. Nearly 16 minutes gone. Morwell 4 straight goals. Drouin 1 goal 1. They came out of the blocks nicely, the visitors, but you sense that Drouin have settled somewhat now.
They certainly have. This one gets to the back. Bethune just grabs it out of the ruck in the end and barrels it towards their wing. Linton had the right spot, couldn't complete the mark. Taps it down. Quigley, nice little work in a tight room. Kick out wide, can find Jacobson. He can turn around and right foot inside 50 at the toes of Hillier, and he completes the mark. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM.
He's pretty confident here, Scud. He's dropped the ball, socks go up, so he's in a really tough pocket.
No breezo box.
No breeze. Actually, the ground's pretty narrow here too, so it's probably not as hard as what it looks from where we're standing here at the moment.
Box is here for Cup of Country this afternoon as Hillier puts it on its way. Top of the square it goes. Does it get the distance? In the end it did, but it got rushed through for a minor score. 16, make it 17 minutes into this first quarter. All thanks to Virtue Homes.
4-1-25 Morwell, leading Drouin 1-1-7.
So Drouin will attempt to bring the ball back into play. Could be Shea Harvey, we think, but it is definitely Drouin as they go inside for defensive 50. Ablett overruns it just a tad, surrounded by 3 or 4 players, ducks ahead, gets a touch, and can't find a teammate. Still competitive around the ball, applies a tackle, nicely done. It's pretty hot in there at the moment. 4 or 5 players from both sides. Now Morwell have the ball. They centre it inside forward 50. McDonald, it could be all Gresh. McDonald it is. That ran, took the mark, played in front as you should. A rush kick into the forward 50. And James Jacobson, you reckon it could be, that got the kick through to Brandon McDonald. So McDonald, who is up towards the top of the league's leading goal kickers, will need to have an impact this afternoon. And he won't get many better chances than this. 45 directly in front or thereabouts and offline. Not good enough for him. He's usually better than that. So a minor score for Morwell.
taking Morwell to 4-2-26 on the Virtue Home scoreboard. They've got a 19-point lead over Drouin, who are 1-1-7.
Jordan Kingy will bring it back in, drives it out to the far side of the ground. McAuliffe goes back, good body use there by Kai Quirk. And take the mark on the wing area. Quickly plays on now to Aidan Quirk. And in the releasing handball out to Wands. Wands goes to Ablett. Ablett handballs across to a teammate in Pratt. Now they go forward again. Atkins delivers to the pocket to Marshall. Over the top of the head. Tackle there by Anderson was good. Football comes out and we'll have a boundary throw in.
They miss Hugo, don't they?
Yeah.
Here, the Drouin team at the moment. One of the best forwards I've seen recruited for the Drouin side for a little while too, and his injury's really taken its place this afternoon.
So this is where I think Ablett becomes a real strength. He's forward 50 stoppages boxer, so keep an eye on him. He's got McAuliffe on him out the back. Ball comes back in. Tap down Taylor at ground level. Cooling came through, took on the tackler. No opportunity there from Kirk.
Yeah, doesn't have a Stephen King knocking it out the back.
Yes.
Where he can loop around and kick his famous hook goals. But we'll see how we go here.
Let's see if Taylor can do that. Big tap goes forward. Hearn was back there. Handball to Boyd Bailey. Kick around the body looking for Carlson. Just missed him. Back there was Klebney. And the ball sees them both go over for a boundary throw in. 19 minutes gone. It's a 19-point margin to the Tigers. That's on your Virtue Home scoreboard.
Scud up just around the grounds. Thank you quickly for the Gippsland leading. Lee and Gather 4-3-27. They lead Terrelgan 1 straight 6.
All right, so danger signs early for the Maroons over at Leongatha. Danger signs early for Drouin too. As you heard, they trail by 19. They're on their left half forward flank. Inside 50 now. Ablett applies a nice tackle. Play on to the call. Goes over the boundary line.
He's a bit of a party pooper, that umpire. That was pretty close to holding the ball.
Ryan Hearn, the big lumbering key defender, and the small Ablett.
Yeah, so Ablett took 4 steps before Hearn took his first and closed him down very quickly. Still got a bit of dash, the young fella. Ablett, I speak, 39. And here they go, Drouin now through Evans. Inboard, the kick not as good as it should be. 50-50 ball, but they got the numbers, the Hawks. And again, it's Evans. This time, can he make something out of nothing? To the pocket. The kick was nearly perfect, but nearly perfect ain't good enough as he searched for Taylor, the only goal kicker for the home side this afternoon. Boundary throwing, grandstand side, Drouin into attack, kicking to the town end, the right of radio. Ablett being tacked along by Whack as we speak. I reckon, was that Boyd that flew in the ruck? Not sure, but break. So off they go. They do it nicely too, but just losing a handle on the ball forces a turnover. In trouble, giving ground, 50-50 ball. For Drouin, it was Xavier Kinder that fought hard. Now it's Shea Harvey at ground level. Handball out nicely. Nicely taken though by Oddie, and Oddie feeds it off, and off they go now. Nicely done by LaPraise. Their lead is on. Can they find Hillier? They can, but he can be found by 2
in the back
Drouin defenders.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Before the umpire calls a push in the back on Brody Atkins, and so Atkins now will have the chance to bring up the Tigers' 5th at the 21-minute mark, first quarter.
I'm not going to be critical on it though, but LaPreze had the chance to kick it over the top to Brandon McDonald, who was running into the goal square as well. He opted to go a bit wider, which left Tyler Hillier just under a bit of pressure, but got the free kick.
So here we go. A big kick it is from Hillier. And I tell you what, that's 5 goals first quarter. Not too many times the Tigers have done that in season 2-0-2-3, but they're doing it nicely as they extend that lead.
I just keep finding myself looking for the scoreboard to the left, but it's right in front of us. It is a great finish there by Tyler Hillier as well. And like I said, I'm not being too overcritical about the decision made there by LaPreze. They got the goal in the end of the day, but just the pressure of the Tigers now are really making Drouin think about what to do with the ball, and it's costed them because they're getting goals on the turnover.
25-point lead to the Tigers on the Virtue Home scoreboard, 5-2-32 to 1-1-7.
Taylor taps it down. Held on to there was Quirk, and it's Aiden Variety in the middle of the ground. Looks up. Tigers have got some numbers back in defence. Aiden rolls onto that right foot, kicks towards the Ablett direction, one-on-one, gets out to the back. Hearn was there, taps it down. Linton squeeze a handball, picked off though by Kai Quirk. Nice sliding shot at goal, has hit the upright as Anderson for the Tigers crashed into it at the same time. And it's another minor score. Virtue Home scoreboard this afternoon, be inspired by Virtue Homes.
Drouin up to 1-2-8, trailing Morwell 5-2-32.
So Anderson will come to the near side, goes short to find Jacobson into the pocket where the crowd has built. He's going to go long down the line. He wants Gray to be the target. And he decides to run and handball.
Dangerous.
Picked off. Evans got a hand on it. Taylor gave the handball back to Evans. Evans will run into the goal square. Handball over the top. Seb Amoroso just fumbled it at the crucial stage. Galea, the Tigers coming in, and now they're away. It is Brandon Bailey out on that outer side. Kicks towards the wing area. Over the top. Nicely done to Hillier on the chest. They peel around. He wants to move the ball quickly. No one is there.
It's been dangerous, Hillier. Dangerous.
He has. He run and draws. Handball over the top to Bailey. He can go by hand over the top to Walsh. He gets it further afield to Boyd Bailey. He goes by hand. Picked off, though. This time it was by Kingy. And the kick, though, it might just come back because Walsh picked it off. Gave it to Galea. Handball towards the boundary line, and his only option there is to find touch, and it goes over as the Tigers lead it by 24 points at the 23-minute mark of this first quarter for Virtue Homes.
Impressed with the versatility of the Tigers at the moment too, Scud, with Galea going back as well. We've seen him forward a fair bit of his career. Going back, he's just shown a real calm head, bringing the ball out of the defensive 50. I've just liked what he's done so far this afternoon.
All right, back of the pack. I reckon Taylor may have got a tap to it. They're going to all be beaten by the boundary, or are they? Drouin keep it in fortuitously at the moment. No, they can't. Ablett lays a tackle just as the ball spills forward. Morwell's way, threatens forward 50, but they got the numbers, the Hawks, and now they can feed it out. They do it nicely through Klebney, and Klebney needs to find a teammate, and dropping what he should have taken was Pratt. Play on's the call, nicely done by Wack. Dodges one, and then with his right leg, kicks towards centre half forward. Mark gets spilled by McDonald, maybe Gresh even. Wack comes in, gets whacked high. Play on's the call. Wack holds his head, he's still on his haunches as the ball comes out Shea Harvey's way, and off they go through Klebney towards the outer side of the ground, and he's your man, Gary Ablett. Marks the ball left half back flank, he won't burn it, finds a teammate.
Finds Kai Quirk. Quirk will go back inboard towards Kingy. Kingy looks into the middle of the ground. He's got an option there, and that's Collins. He's been busy. Right foot kick, half forward. Here's Marshall. Can mark it half forward. Open forward line. He'll play on and give a handball to Shea Harvey. Can he find a target inside forward 50? And dropping the mark there was Bethune. He had to tap it out. Pratt comes in to try and help. At ground level there for the Tigers, though, is Wetherill. And he runs out of real estate. And we've got a boundary throw in.
It's taking a little bit of time for Ablett to come back off the wing there, far side. Big crowd building up there at the far side too. But he just got that handball off and just sort of moseyed his way in. He's just abiding his time.
Are we following Ablett today? How many touches, Paul Carter?
I've got him down to 3 kicks, 3 handballs.
All thanks to Terrelgan Subaru. Comes to ground level. Here's Quigley.
So Quigley round the body from defensive 50 to grandstand wing. I reckon waiting at the bottom of the pack was Klebney. He's taken, but now Kingy, is it? Or Jordan Type goes inboard. They've got some runners here. I tell you what, the big fella didn't want to take it, but he needs to. Ryan Taylor, inside forward 50, nicely done. And taking the mark, Kai Kirk will kick a goal from 30 metres out, directly in front, and draw this margin back to 3 straight kicks.
Yeah, 26 minutes gone. If they haven't added a goal, just to give them a little bit of confidence coming into the break, this is the goal they need. They've had a few chances the last few minutes.
So here we go. Kai Kirk directly in front, 30 metres out, usually a good finisher. He's drawn it marginally to the left, but it still stays inside the 2 big sticks. And one of the first players there to congratulate him was yours truly, Gary Ablett Jr.
Yeah, it was a good little finish there too, and a great little setup then too by the Hawks as well. Just a much needed goal, just the dominance of Morwell most of this quarter. They'll be disappointed with a lot of their turnovers and everything else they've done in regards to mistakes with the pill. Just if they can get a quick one here now, she's going to be game on as well.
3 straight goals, the difference, 5-2 Morwell, 2-2 Drouin, Virtue Homes scoreboard.
Of course, big moments brought to you the Morwell Bowling Club, the new convention and reception centre now open. Stunning 300-seat function room. You make bookings and inquiries to morwellbowls.com.au. As taking the ruck duties there was Bethune, and Marshall put a strong tackle on Bailey, who has been busy for Terrelgan Subaru, Paul.
9 disposals, Boyd Bailey, and 4 clearances.
Again, the ruck is Musil, taps it down. There's Bailey again, got one over the shoulder, and the free kick will be paid to Boyd Bailey in the middle of the ground. They spread quickly. He's able to run and play on. Inside forward 50. Darnell Grech will fly in front. Just got underneath it a little bit. Hillier at ground level. Taps it out of the defender there of Drouin. And he goes after it again, but the ball just goes towards the boundary line. Charlie Bethune helping out back there as well. As we've got a boundary throw in about 25 metres around now from the Tigers' goal. They've been dominant so far, 5-2 to 2-2. The Tigers lead it. Getting a little bit dark here at the Drouin Rec Reserve. Wouldn't mind to see the rain hold off and maybe the lights turned on. However, that is quarter time, and you'll see everyone around the ground converge, no doubt, to the Drouin huddle at quarter time. It's the Tigers leading, though, 5-2-32, leading the Hawks 2-2-14. Gary Ablett watched this afternoon. He ended up with the 6 touches in that first quarter, but it is the Tigers leading by 18 points. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, right across Gippsland and the Valley, and we do it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Yeah, welcome back. Of course, second quarter is underway for the Morwell Racing Club. No touches to speak of. The margin for the Tigers, 18 points. We'll get to some key stats in a moment. Whack, handles out there to McAuliffe. Quick kick around the body, goes out towards, nicely done. Bailey handles off to Whack. The Tigers go inside forward 50 again. Darnell Greck at his toes, squirts out the back. McDonald gave it to Whack, who tried a little toe poke towards Lopez. Comes out though, kicked off the ground. McDonald is there, gets a handle out wide to Brandon Bailey. Top of the 50, unloads, shot on its way, it's going back, and there is, inside the first minute of play, Brandon Bailey gets one for the Tigers.
Incredible play then too by the Tigers. Tristan Whack, he knows probably now that Abbott's probably not going to give him too much trouble on the defensive side of things, so he really took advantage of it. He's double kicked then inside, first to get inside 50, then to follow up. But Brandon Bailey, when he was recruited to Morwell back in the day, back in 2013, I think it was, or 12, he was recruited as a small forward. He was dangerous in front of goals, and it just showed then, top of the 50, what a great goal.
And on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard, it's now a 24-point lead to Morwell.
All right, Musil, nice tap, finds McAuliffe on the run at full tilt, inside forward 50, could be a dream start. Play on's the call. I thought the mark was taken. Not sure who else got hands to it, but nevertheless, what about
the tap at the ground?
Oh, beautiful tap by Musil, found McAuliffe at full tilt, and Morwell were away then. So now the pressure's on Drouin as Bailey gets hands to the ball. Can he feed one out? He can. Can he find Whack? He does. Left foot kick, top of the square. Awkward ball to take, but taken to these, it spills out. Who's going to be first there? And it's going to be Drouin, who come grandstand side and find Brodie Atkins deep in the left back pocket.
So Atkins will come towards the grandstand. Nicely done. Quick kick found McKellar. On the defensive 50 though, he goes across the 50 and nicely done to Kingy. This is Jordan Variety. He squares it out wide as well. He's got the target out there in Kinder and he finds him on the chest. Sorry, it's Collins in the end. The lights have just turned on. The rain is starting to fall here at the Drouin Rec Reserve as Kinder goes down the line and finds nicely Kai Quirk, can mark and play on. 48 metres, has a flying shot at goal. Kept it skinny. And the minor score 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
23-point lead to Morwell on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard. Morwell 6-2-38, Drouin 2-3-15.
So as Zach Anderson brings the ball back in short, we probably should say that Brandon Bailey's goal was a contender for the Zambero goal of the day, as Cooling deep in the half-back line gets a quick kick away. The pressure from Drouin should hold the ball in. No, it doesn't. Spills out, and all of a sudden Morwell have got runners through Cooling. Can he keep it in? He does, before it spills over the boundary line. Grandstand wing. 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Drouin at 2-3-15. Visitors, that's Morwell, 6-2-38.
So what's incredible is the amount of different club supporters that are here today. We've seen Churchill, I've seen Moe Footy Club as well. There's a couple of clubs that have come down here to have a look. Obviously, there's a big reason why. The scoreboard ain't showing it for the Drouin side at the minute.
Where is he, Boxer? You're on Ablett Watch?
He's on the ball on the stoppage here, just in front of the commentary box. I'm just going to fix that dribble off your mouth there. Sorry, it was all gone.
So Musil will take the ruck duties with Taylor. And Taylor tapped it over the back. Running onto this is Marshall. Just left it behind. Cooling can gather it. Goes to ground though. And the free kick will go in the way of Blake Cooling. Had the footy.
He's been good today, Blake. He's been good. Plenty of the ball.
It's disposal number 10.
So 10 disposals inside 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Good to see that he got his first goal in senior footy as well.
Yep, early in the first.
His old man would have had 10 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly right. So Cooling has it on the half-back flank. Might need to go just down the line. He goes short though to Walsh. Finds him on the chest. And Walsh will push back off the mark. Right up on the boundary line. Looks to gain inboard on the 45. Couple of options there. Bailey was one of those. And Bailey can take the mark. That's Brandon Variety. Kicks down towards half forward. Target will be Oddie. Has to fly second deep. Nicely done there on that occasion was McMillan. Handballed quickly back towards Klebney. He goes backwards to McCullough. Ran down from behind. Advantage will be played. Grech will go in towards Hillier. And in the pocket, he finds it. He gets called to play on quickly. Left foot kick. Whack will have the sit. And Whack can elevate and can't take the mark. Nicely done there from the Drouin defender on that occasion. Might have been... Oh, and Whack just put him back down again. Just a shove in the chest. And now there's a little bit of argy-bargy. Alex McMillan will come in. But it's a minor score after all that.
All right.
6-3-39 Morwell to 2-3-15 Drouin.
Klebney brings the ball back in, grandstand side, he'll come. Nice leg too, he went searching for the big man Kai Kirk, got 1, 2 taps forward. Musil comes in, feeds off to Blake Cooling, another touch, nice touch it is too. Finds a teammate just outside 50, and that teammate is Ryan Laprise. So Riley goes, his kick was smothered off the boot as he attempted to play on. First player there, Bailey Stevens. Musil beaten to the ball, and now they've got some runners. Can they get themselves out of trouble, Drouin? They can. Kai Kirk feeds it forward. Another touch for Cooling. Handball over the top, and off they go through Brandon type. Inside forward 50. 1, 2, 3, and Darnell Gresh takes a nice mark. And he'll kick for goal from 55. He'll kick to the top of the square. That's where he goes. And I tell you what, it went close to beating all players on the ground and just went right to the right, upright as we look at it, with Morwell kicking to the right of radio. 6 minutes gone, second quarter, Paul Carter.
Morwell 6-4-40, leading Drouin 2-3-15, 25-point margin.
Klebney got it out wide to Marshall. Chip it over the top. Does he find his target out there? He does. And it is the big fella in Taylor. He got called to play on quickly, so he has to... 50-metre penalty. Didn't get called to play on, in fact. So the 50-metre penalty will go to the big ruckman in Ryan Taylor. And he should move this quickly. Where's Ablett Box? Is he inside 50?
I'm looking for him. I can't see. There he is. He's inside.
Everyone can see him except our special comments, man.
Galier's on him. Taylor goes into the leading target. Hearn will come out, have one bite. Couldn't get the second. Snap around body. Here's Ablett. Give the handball off now to the run of Stevens. Here's a flying shot. Misses everything. Does he? No, it just squeezed in for a minor score. We just want Ablett to hold on to it and have that shot, don't we?
He's doing the team thing.
Yeah, he does what comes naturally, and that's feed the ball off for the betterment of the team. As the ball comes back into play, we might get an update on the score.
It's a 4-goal break to Morwell on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. 7-minute mark, second quarter, 6-4-40 Morwell, 2-4-16 Drouin.
Don't forget, you can become a member if you're between the age of 18 to 25 to a young member. Of course, you can be a member if you're boxer's age as well, but young members, 18 to 25, and of course, you get discounts on meals, drinks, free race day entry as well, members lounge access. Only $20 for the young members, Boxer.
$20 is good value.
If only we could be 20 again.
Yeah, I know.
Wouldn't that be nice?
24 points the Tigers lead it by.
The problem is you still think you are, Poppy. That's
right. Boundary throw in. Musil in the front spot. Over the back there was Hancock. Comes to ground. Quirk working hard at ground level again. Head over the football. Ablett's around this contest. Just goes down and puts on a tackle. Calls the stoppage.
I'll give you some scores quickly around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Gippsland Furniture. Lee and Gather 5-5-35. Traralgon 2 straight 12.
Right, ball to be thrown up as it is. Hancock v Musil. Falls to ground. Musil gets a second go. Dispossessed. Play on. Whack. Handball. Nice. Bailey. Peripheral vision. Found McDonald. And now he wanted to go but just lost sight of the ball as he now goes to Gresh, who's got some space. Just short of right half forward flank. Just 20 metres from our commentary position. You'll hear players in the background calling for the lead, one of which is James Jacobson. Goes short over the top. Been busy, has our mate in Cooling, goes inboard. Couldn't find a teammate. And now coming through nicely is the big man Reece Salter, but he's taken ball and all, and the umpire will assume control. So Cooling he must be sitting on 15 odd possessions or close to.
At 6 this quarter to take me into 13.
Okay, off they go again. McDonald. And yes, nice kick. Nice take it was too by Darnell Gresh, who's been presenting well. And sort of a bit of a folly for McDonald, for the big man, Brandon McDonald.
I like the move forward here. I really do. He presents very well. Kicked one in the first quarter. We'll see how he goes now from this tough pocket.
So he starts his run from outside the boundary. Right foot kick towards goal. Comes back nowhere near enough. Minor score.
One of those ones there where you've got to find the left goalpost and let the ball do the rest of the work, Paul.
6-5-41 Morwell, 2-4-16 Drouin, 25-point lead. Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
McKellar brings it back into the field of play. Out wide they go to Harry Wands. And Wands will take the mark. Defensive 50 for the Hawks. He looks up. Pretty stagnant. He'll go towards the big ruckman in Taylor, and Musil's out there as well. Musil with a big fist. And a good crowd building on the far side of the Drouin Rec Reserve this afternoon.
Looks like they've started to let cars in.
I'll start going through some other scores here. Sale 2-3-15. They try Wonthaggi 3 straight 18. Moe 6-3-39 to Warrigal 3-1-19. And Mafra 4-2-26 to Bairnsdale 1-1-7.
Boxers here this afternoon, all thanks to Carpet Country. The ball's back into the field of play. Head over the football. Nicely done, the Hawks. This guy, Kai Quirk, has been busy for him. Gets it to half forward, but taking the mark is Sam Walsh for the Tigers. He can square it up, go inboard to Anderson. Anderson can continue on the switch. Gets over the top. Cooling can take the mark and play on quickly. Got to get his boot away quickly. Got shoved as he kicked it. Goes to centre half forward though. Oddie with a handball out the back to Bailey. The left footer chips over the top. Open space. McDonald in front of his eyes. Can't complete it. Will try and handball off to Jacobson. Well done by the defender there of Charlie Bethune for the Hawks. He had to do 2 or 3 big efforts, and then unfortunately his 4th effort was just holding the man. And James Jacobson will get the free kick outside 50.
Yeah, he just dropped that mark then too, Brandon McDonald. The kick was perfectly weighted as well. And just enough pressure there from the drawn backman to force the error.
So Jacobson will kick towards the hotspot area. There's a big pack of numbers. Who can fly? No one. In the end, they can't complete the mark. Running out of this one, nicely done, was Harry Wands. He handballed towards the boundary line and found it. And that's exactly what he wanted from that position. I think sometimes Ryan Hearn was a defender. He flew in that pack as well. So lots of numbers inside forward 50 for the Tigers. They ain't going to score like that, Pop.
No, they're not. Absolutely they're not. But they're hanging in there. At this stage, the home side are probably a touch off, but they're staying in touch. They're fighting hard. As Amoroso feeds the ball out. They've got some runners, but they need a quick handball. They get a handball. Ablett gets a touch, and I tell you what, kicks it off the inside of his boot from a player that wasn't even in his vision and found a teammate in Clayton Kingy. You had to see it to believe it. It was something pretty special as Kingy kicks to the top of the square. Can they get a winner here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 touches, and it's a mark by Kai Kirk. And it all started from some good play in the middle of the ground that was finished by Ablett. And now Kai Kirk will bring up, you'd think, his 2nd goal of the afternoon.
What peripheral vision? Yeah, he's just he look. You know, the thing is, you can't call it a trick shot because he's done it all his AFL career. His peripheral vision is incredible, and he is a team player, like you've said in the past too, Pop Man.
And Kai Kirk brings up his 2nd, importantly brings up Drouin's 3rd, and that margin draws a little closer.
Yeah, that was a great finish then too, and a great kick. We know we spoke about it, but to do what he just did then, you had to be here to see it. And unfortunately, if you're sitting at home, hopefully you can listen to it. But these people are privileged now to see exactly what the BGA can bring.
19 points is the margin in Morwell's favour on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard at the 12.5-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
He's not Gary Ablett.
Morwell 6-5-41 are leading Drouin, who are 3-4-22.
Next minute box will refer to him as a symbol.
Yeah.
Just GA.
GA. He's not goal attack, all right? Well, he is, isn't he?
Well, you can put him anywhere.
Anywhere.
Gary, as we know him. Back to the middle. Taylor tapped it out the back.
Here we go.
Handball there, gets towards Ablett, got quickly tackled, gave a quick handball though nicely to Charlie Bethune, kicks around the body. The target there is Clayton Kingy. He can take the mark at half forward. The Hawks roll, inside forward 50 they go again. The big target comes out, can't take that one is Taylor, gets out to the back. Tigers under a little bit of pressure. Anderson squeezed a handball out the back to Galair. He kicks around the body, and taking the mark out there is Jacobson for the Tigers. They relieve a little bit of pressure. Kicks to the wing area. Gray will elevate, can't quite mark. Beautiful front and square there by McMillan. Handballs out wide. Hancock it is with a kick inside forward 50. Can't complete the mark. Ground level, Tommy Evans rows it. Flying shot on goal. Zambreros was just about given away to Tommy Evans. It's a minor score though on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Taking Drouin to 3-5-23. They trail Morwell by 18 points. The Tigers 6-5-41.
I reckon Sam Walsh could be. Bring the ball back in from full back. Goes towards McDonald, finds that player. He wants to go, as he so often does.
Here we go, 1-on-1.
And he kicks nicely towards Ablett. Ablett, I reckon, front on. Play on was the call. He'll get the handball back. No, it was a good decision in the end by Kinder. He wanted to give it, but seeing that Ablett was under pressure, held on to it. Now Kingy's under pressure. Will feed it to Wands. He'll go searching underground to Ablett. Ablett on all fours. Handballs to the advantage of a teammate. They just slowly and physically working the ball forward before Wack cuts in, cuts it off, comes grandstand side and finds a teammate in Tom Gray.
So right in front of the Tigers coaching staff, he kicks the ground first and went straight into the middle of the mark. There's a free kick over the shoulder, and that will go Shea Harvey's way.
I've got to say, that tackle took a little bit out of Ablett at the moment. I know he's 39 and maybe past his fitness days, but that took a little bit out of him at the moment. It took him a while to get up and get composed again. But
Harvey,
watch out.
Punches a kick inboard to Clayton Kingy. He goes inboard again to Harry Wands, who gives a handball back to Clayton Kingy. He can run towards centre half forward, tackle as he kicked it. Got ball to boot though. It dribbles inside forward 50. It could work for the Hawks. The Tigers have got numbers there through Hearn. He goes to ground. Evans has got some pace. Hard up on the boundary line. Left foot kick to the hot spot. Out the back is Anderson. Gathers it neatly. Handballs though to no one in particular. Salter's there to rove on it and put it back towards the goal. And again under pressure they miss. They're peppering 15 minutes into this second quarter for the Mulwee Racing Club.
It's 3-6-24 Drouin, 17 points in arrears from Morwell, who are 6-5-41.
Unreal. 9 scoring shots to 11. Drouin have had all the play here at the moment, and they let themselves down with poor kicking.
So Walsh brings it in and finds
Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez, was it? Up there at a half-back flank, and they go short, and on the end of it is Gresh again. He's playing up the ground, but he's playing with a little bit of confidence. Goes inboard to Boyd with Clayton Kingy on the mark. Boyd goes short, doesn't often waste the ball. Brandon Bailey goes towards right half forward flank. McDonald front of the pack, couldn't take the ball. Back of the pack, first player there, Klebney. McDonald opens it up, he's quick. Can he finish? The kick for goal looks pretty good. But pretty good ain't beautiful, and it goes across the face of goals for a minor score. 16 minutes gone and 10 seconds.
6-6-42 more, 3-6-24 Drouin, Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
Still got some scores here to go through for the Mid-Kippy League now. Quarter-time scores. Foster 2-1-13, MDU 2-4-16, Morwell East 2-1-13, Ribbonall 6-1-37.
Clayton Kingy brings it back into the field of play, finds Brodie Atkins. Quickly plays on, he can chip it over the top to Shay Harvey, is it? On that far, it might be Kinder in the end. And kicks left foot inboard, not too bad. Evans was there, had to beat 2 or 3 Tigers and does exactly that. Tommy Evans gets it out to the run. This time it looks to be Wands, comes back inboard, wants to get onto that left foot, drives it in towards centre half forward. That's going to be a good kick if Quirk can take the mark. He doesn't, but his second effort was great. Handballs off to a teammate, drives it inside forward 50. Cooling has it though, half-back flank, chips inboard, neatly done to Brandon McAuliffe. Now the Tigers on the rebound. Outboard handball to Walsh on the wing. Walsh delivers towards Brandon McDonald, hits him on the chest, lace out, turns around, comes back inboard. He's got Bailey on. Does he get there in the end? Over the back. One hand goes up for Bailey. Whack. Took on the tackler. Jacobson handballs over the shoulder. Beautifully done. Whack goes again. Nicely, this time by the Hawks. And the defender of Clayton Kingy will rebound and will find... No, he looked for Hancock. McAuliffe was there. Gave a handball over the top to Cooling. Little chip kick is beautiful. And it finds Zach Carlson inside 50, who chips again and puts it on the chest there of Riley Lopez for the Tigers.
I got to say, Blake Cooling's game today has been incredible. Like his rebound off half back. He's playing across the wing, so he's just playing defensive role as well. He's just reading the play real well. 10
disposals this quarter, 17 for the match.
Just goes to show a lot of confidence now in his game, and the thing about it is he's using the ball very well.
So Riley Lopez, can he complete the good play from the Tigers? He's 40 metres out on a slightish angle, kicking towards the city end of the ground at Drouin Rec Reserve, and the old umpire does not move and puts it over the head at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. The Tigers get it back out to 24 points.
They worked hard for that goal then too, the Tigers. Drouin have been throwing everything at them too, and it'll be interesting to see what their inside 50s were over the last part of this quarter as well, but they just haven't capitalised scoring goals when they need to. And Moore got it inside and have scored on the rebound.
Well, Drouin had 5 of the last 7 before that last inside 50 then box, and they scored 1 goal 2 from that. 24-point margin, 7-6-48 Morwell to 3-6-24 Drouin. That's on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, and we've played just on 19 minutes this quarter.
I would put the great man in the goal square. Just put him in there just for a little bit and just see what he can do. One-on-one, I reckon he'd be hard to beat as well.
All right, ball thrown up. Moore get the tap. Can they get it out quickly? No, they can't. Well, as much as we've talked about Tag and Ablett, I think they need to tag Cooling just at this stage.
Maybe they could use Ablett for that.
Well, yes. He has gone forward, guys.
Thrown up again. Ablett goes forward. Kick off the ground by Kingy. Gathers 30 metres. Drouin really need to stay in touch. They stay in touch, they're half a chance. But in front of a healthy home crowd, they don't want this one to get away from them, especially in these conditions that you wouldn't think will improve as the afternoon progresses. So staying in touch is going to be important. Quick kick forward by Hancock, inside forward 50. Ablett lets it go for a teammate. Nicely done. He nearly got his way through, was Evans. The umpire says play on after the free kick was awarded, and Morwell are away through Tom Gray. Good pressure though as they just tried to clear the area. Dropping the ball is going to go Drouin's way, free kick. And I tell you what, it could be a 52 unless they let go of him.
Yep.
And they're not letting go of him.
Hancock it is.
Yeah, so Hancock will take the free kick. Got a short option. Waiting for the ball instead of taking the ball was Marshall. Will he get a second chance? And he might, but Drouin will. Nice left foot kick by Harley. Top of the square. Nice mark, though, by Tristan Wack in defensive 50 for Morwell. And he'll just slow the game down a tad.
Yeah, he does. He looks and he wants to square it out wide. He's got a target and he finds Zach Anderson. And he finds him. Defensive 50. Anderson's got one over the top in low press. He decides to go square out wide to Hearn. Hearn will kick down to the wing area. Cooling will be the target and Rosso will close. Cooling can't quite complete the mark, get off the ground and goes over for a boundary throw-in. 21 minutes have gone into this second quarter. The Tigers out to 24, Boxer.
Yeah, I know we've gone a fair bit into this quarter though, but Thorpedale 1-2-8, they lead Darwin just to 2 points. Fish Creek 2-5-17 to Tura 2 points. Ballara 2-5-17 to Newborough 1-2-8.
Gray takes the ruck jersey, but shoving out the way there was Taylor. Down to Wands. Quick one now to Quirk. Quirk's kick in front of Amoroso. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Bit hard to see where we are at the moment. That's our blind spot here at the Drouin Rec Reserve, but it's in front of the Morwell coaching box, and we've got a boundary throw-in. Big moments brought to you by the Morwell Bowling Club, New Convention Reception Centre.
Boxers just hit his head in the window.
Okay, that's a big moment right there. Carlson from this stoppage, just left it behind, allows McKenna and Keller to come in.
Am I bleeding?
Yeah, you're bleeding. This is ridiculous.
He's got a cut in the forehead. There's not much hair to protect it either.
No.
It's a fair hit.
Surprised the nose didn't hit it first.
That is a big moment, right, for the Morwell Bowling Club.
If it wasn't for Daryl Cooling looking after that nose a few years ago, it would have.
Exactly
A
right.
bit flatter now than what it was then. Anyway, the ball thrown back into play. Nice tackle it was. It was applied. I reckon it could be by Sam Pratt. Can't quite see the number. No, it was Harry Wands.
Except because Daryl wasn't pointing at it.
Here we go. Nice. I reckon the ball spills in the hands of Gray. Drouin have got the numbers. They give ground. They'll keep possession. Under pressure. Left foot kick. Yeah.
Nice
He'll kick that one nicely. And on the end of it's going to be Jared Marshall. Goes inboard. Kingy's been busy. Feeds it off nicely. Right half forward flank. They've got some room now. They just need to have a winner. They can't find one though, because Zach Anderson took a good mark in a one-on-one contest. And Tristan Wack runs nicely for a big man. Takes a bounce. Can he find a teammate half forward flank? Oh, can't. And taken high. Free kick will go the way of Alex McMillan for Drouin. Play on's the call.
Wands
goes inboard towards Taylor. Taylor feeds it off. Kingy draws the man and then finds a teammate in Kai Kirk. I'm not sure what Kai Kirk was thinking then. Got his teammate under pressure and taken high now.
Well done.
It'll be a change of players. Tom Gray, is he on the end of it? Was it Tom Gray?
Yeah, get the free kick.
On the end of it, or get the free kick. Wait a minute. The umpire's calling the ball back. And
he's called time on, so he's just bringing it back.
Kai Quirk's been enormous for Terrelgan Subaru, Paul.
Kai Quirk this quarter has another 6 disposals onto his 9 in the first quarter.
So they've been pretty busy. Here's another mark for young Blake Cooling. Grandstand wing. Settles the play, doesn't want to burn it. Kicks towards Musil. Musil first man up, got hands, couldn't bring it down. Lots of bodies around. Marshall feeds it off to Ablett. Ablett kicks towards half forward flank. Waits it nicely, does he? Spills out the back of the pack where Morwell have got numbers now. And a quick kick from Wack comes grandstand side.
Yeah, Oddie had the football. Ablett tackled him. The crowd said holding it. Cooling picked it up though. Give a handball off to Musil. Now the Tigers are away. Quigley goes towards Bailey. Bailey's left foot kick all on his own is Cody McDonald. He can take the mark. Zach Anderson's there. He comes back to the near side where Hillier and Brandon McDonald nearly collide. And Hillier didn't like it either. He wanted that one. Brandon McDonald in the end takes the mark. We'll have a shot, slight angle.
Tough call there, and I know Hillier probably would have been frustrated because he was in front, but so was McDonald as well, so it was a 50-50 call.
Who gets that one? Coming across McDonald or leading at the footy Hillier?
Come across.
I think your key position player gets it.
So Brandon McDonald has a shot on goal and puts it through. No, the minor score. Just kept it on the near side. 24 minutes gone into the second quarter here down at Drouin.
25-point lead to Morwell on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, 7-7-49 to 3-6-24.
So bringing it back into the field of play will be Jordan Kingy, goes straight at the middle of the ground. He's got this
Nice
man.
kick.
Kai Quirk is absolutely on fire. Half back flank. Ablett's all on his own. No one even wants to go near him. Now the ball gets there and he took too long. Now Quigley comes in. He'll handball back towards Cooling. He goes and takes on Ablett. Runs out past him. Goes towards the top of the 50. Out the back there will be Brandon McDonald. Quirk does well again. And he's the only one for the Drouin Hawks at the moment who's absolutely throwing everything at him. I'm so impressed with Kai Quirk.
It's been brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm going to talk to Aidan Quigley about letting the guys mark the ball when they need to be marking the ball.
You got to kick it to him a bit quicker, though.
Yeah, true. But just let him mark it. Just stop.
Well, Kai Quirk calls the boundary throw in, and that just happens right now inside Tigers forward 50.
Here we go. Marshall on the end of it. Feeds it off. I reckon Ablett should have got the recipient handball. He doesn't. Marshall gets pushed out of the field of play and into the fence line. Gently, of course. The ball to be thrown back in. We're 30 metres from Morwell's goals. The kicking to the town end, which is to the right of the radio as you're watching it. 25 and a half minutes gone. Morwell 7-7. Drouin 3-6. Ball back in. Bailey, first player there. Nice work. Marshall, ground level. Again, let the ball slip through his hands. Whack came in, but was taken just as the half-time siren sounds.
Yeah, it certainly does. And it was 2 goals to the Tigers, 1 to the Hawks. They extended their quarter-time lead out from 18 out to 25 in that quarter, thanks to the Moe Racing Club. Of course, if you're a member, make sure if you want to become a young member, only $20. You've got to be aged between the age of 18 to 25. You can also become a member of the great club as well. It is half-time. We've got the half-time wrap coming up after the break. It's the Tigers 7-7-49, leading Drouin 3-6-24. This is Gippsland Live on TRFM, and we do it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Yes, it is the half-time wrap. And it is a 25-point margin in favour of the Tigers. It is 7-7-49, the Tigers, leading Drouin 3-6-24 goal kickers for the Tigers. It is all individual goal scorers this afternoon. Brandon McDonald, Boyd Bailey, Tyler Hillier, Riley Lopez, Darnell Grech, Tom Gray and Blake Cooling getting his first goal in senior footy for the Tigers, while for Drouin it's 2 goals to Kai Quirk, who's been absolutely enormous, and Ryan Taylor rounding out the 3 goals there for the Hawks. Here's Rob Popplestone to give us a bit of a summation of what's happened in that first half and how the great Gary Ablett Jr. has gone.
Gary Ablett has served his purpose, because you need to look out on that ground now at half-time and see what the benefit of Gary Ablett is right now. Nick Lucchino during that break was as harsh as I've ever heard a football expert be on Gary Ablett.
Wow.
But the value of Gary Ablett isn't what he's doing on the field today. It's what it brings to the ground today. And I don't reckon I've seen more kids at an oval at a Gippsland Latrobe Valley game for years. And that's the value of...
Yeah, okay.
And that's the value of Gary Ablett. You were questioning his commitment. You were questioning his courage. You said during that break, did you or not?
Don't go below the belt.
Needs to show.
I just wanted to sign me jumper first before you even start doing any. No, the only thing that I was. You were 100% correct.
Right. It's raining, by the way.
It's raining, and we've got. I've never seen so many kids at a Gippsland League game.
Yes. Apart
from finals and that. I mean, there's a lot of kids here. There's an abundance of kids, Geelong supporters, and there's kids here from everywhere. Fantastic. Has served its purpose for that part of it as well. There has to be...
You don't think they brought him in here to win this game, do you?
No, not at all.
Because that wasn't the reason.
At the same time, obviously my job today is to keep an eye on how he's going, what he's doing around the ground.
Him on the field, okay.
What's he done, and everything else. I think he's been fantastic in regards to the team aspect.
I think he's going through the motions.
He's been there, been patting them on the back, encouraging every player that's done the right thing and done a hard act or whatever they've done, and he's been there during the huddles at quarter time. He took the midfield huddle, then he went across to the forward line huddle.
Okay.
So he looked after that part of it as well. So again, a great learning curve for the players from Drouin, and I think something I'll never forget. We're talking about a 2-time Brownlow medalist, 2-time premiership player as well, 8-time best and fairest. We're not talking about some sort of slouch. But if there has to be a little but off the ball, out of contest, if he's not in the contest and the ball pushes forward, he hasn't probably worked hard enough forward where I think he's more dangerous to get to the contest rather than maybe coaching from an outside part of it. Yes,
all right. No, I just think that
I agree with you.
Gary Ablett is 39 years of age. Of course, as we know, he's played 357 games, 445 goals, well and truly past his prime. And Boxer wants him to turn back the clock as if it's a 20.
Just a little bit, because not turn back the clock. I just want to see maybe a little bit of brilliance. So what I see when he hits the pack,
we saw some of that. We saw a couple of brilliant.
We saw one. His
snap at goal was brilliant.
The inside-out kick was fantastic.
They haven't looked after him much either, to be fair.
And this is what I don't get too. If I was a Drouin player, and I'll tell you now, Drouin's use of the ball at times has been brilliant. So where they've used an outside player, but there's been times where he's on the inside where I would be wanting to give the ball to Gary Ablett.
Yeah,
and you can say to your kids when you're 75, I gave the handball to Gary Ablett.
Yes. All right, let's have a look at some of the key stats, all thanks to Traralgon Subaru, the all-new Subaru Outback turbocharged all-wheel drive. Turbocharge your next adventure. Available now at Traralgon Subaru.
Certainly, the inside 50s bear testament to Morwell being far more efficient in their forward line. Morwell have had 21 inside 50s to Drouin's 22, yet they more than double their score. Clearances are 17 apiece. The centre clearances Morwell 6-5. Free kicks Morwell 9 to Drouin's 5. The marks pretty even, 37-36 Morwell's way, 4-3 in contested Morwell's way. Marks inside 50. Morwell had 5 marks inside 50 at quarter to Drouin's 1, so they lead that 8-4. I won't go through the scoring patterns. There's nothing really of note there. The Battle of the Ruckman, Ryan Taylor's done a great job for Drouin with 18 hit-outs up against Dan Musel's 15. Charlie Bethune and Tim Hancock won hit out a piece. For Drouin, the leading stat winner of the 8 that I'm following, it's Kai Quirk with 9 in the first, 7 in the second, 16 disposals all up till half-time. Jared Marshall also doing well with 13 also to Jordan Kingy, and Gary Ablett, 6 in the first quarter, 5 in the second. That's 11 disposals to the half-time mark. For Morwell, the leading stat winner, and the leading stat winner on the ground is Blake Cooling. 13 disposals that quarter. He had 10 kicks, 3 handballs, 2 marks, a clearance and 2 inside 50s that quarter alone, for a total of 20 disposals to half-time. Boyd Bailey is up to 16, doing his usual thing. Tristan Wack, 9 disposals that quarter for a total of 15. And coming in very close there, Sam Walsh on 9 and Cody McDonald on 7.
Hey, Scud.
Yes.
Now, we've been mates for...
We got to be quick.
No, we've been mates for a long time, haven't we?
Yes.
So, we've been mates probably, 15 years, probably? We'll be mates in a couple of years' time, won't we?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Why's that?
Do you reckon we'll be mates again in 10 years' time? Like, we've been...
Yes.
I know, we've had our ups and downs, Poppy, you know. I just want to make sure that our friendship's going to stay
Why wouldn't it?
strong. And what about in 20 years' time?
Yeah, of course.
It will?
Yeah.
Be strong in 20 years' time.
What's wrong?
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I knew it. I knew it.
There
knew
is.
it.
Boxers joke of the day.
I knew it. He's just straight away gone. Hey.
We missed it at the start of the show, but there it is in the halftime wrap. It's all done. Third quarter coming up after the break. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. I love you, Boxer.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, let's get down to business. Third quarter for McDonald's coming up to very shortly. Both sides out on the park. 25-point margin in favour of the Tigers at half-time. Rain still falling, only a slight drizzle. Crowd very good here down at Drouin Rec Reserve this afternoon for the big Gary Ablett Jr. cameo. He's had the 11 touches in the half. He hasn't sort of lit up the scoreboard just yet. He's had a couple of little moments. I think he's been serviceable out there this afternoon, unlike Boxer, who thought that he's been a little bit ordinary. But he starts the game in this third quarter.
Hang on.
In the middle of the ground, and that's going to be the story of the afternoon, is that Gary Ablett's not living up to Nick Lucchino's standards just yet. as the third quarter is about to get underway. It will be Musil up against, looks to be Taylor. As we said, Ablett and Quigley will do head-to-head battles. Musil taps it down. Running onto this one is Bailey. Quick kick, centre half forward, taking the mark though for the Hawks is Shea Harvey. He'll look to bring it to the wing side. Puts it over the top of his head, and coming the other direction was Kingy. Just goes to ground. Cooling gives a handball off to McAuliffe, and they're away. And the Tigers go inside forward 50 again, inside a minute, and can't quite completely mark. There was Grech. Cody McDonald has it. Handball's back. Grech gives it back now to Gray. He goes back to Darnell Grech, gives it to Cooling. Inside, steps around one. Right foot kick, fat side of the ground. They've got numbers out there, the Tigers. It was a great kick. Anderson gives it off to Lopez. Lopez, left foot snap around the body. The build-up was good. The execution just lived up to that part of it to minor score. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard in the opening minute of play.
7-8-50 Morwell, Drouin 3-6-24.
It's an excellent build-up there too by the Tigers as well. Cooling's use of the ball today has been fantastic.
It has too. Outer side of the ground, the Hawks bring it back into play. They've got to bridge this gap that it's been slowly building in the first half, hasn't it? At quarter time, it was 18 points. It got out in the end to 25 points. It needs to be smaller than that by three-quarter time for them to stay in touch with this visiting side.
You always think you can kick more goals downhill, which is the way the Tigers are kicking this quarter. But so as you said, that's exactly what the Hawks need to do. Stay in touch, kick a couple uphill.
And you never know what might happen in the final 30 minutes. Back of the pack, the thump from behind was from Taylor and goes towards the boundary, and there'll be another boundary throw in. So just tuning in, Gary Ablett, serviceable, 11 touches in the first half. We're currently sitting 1 3/4 minutes into the third quarter. Drouin a 3-6-24, Morwell a 7-8-50. The ball at the moment is on the outer side of the ground.
Taylor, good body work, taps it down in the Marshall direction. His second effort was good, but Wack was there, gives it to Bailey and got wrapped up straight away by a Salter tackle. And good to see Reece Salter back into this side. He's missed most of the year. We'll get another stoppage far side of the ground on the wing area. Musil again. This time he wins the tap. Out the back, here's Ablett. Handball was nice. Neat one out towards Aidan Quirk. Kick around the body though. Missing Marshall. Goes straight to his legs. Wonks was back there. He coughed it straight up. Gave it to Kai Quirk. Now the Hawks are away. Over the back. Cooling goes to win of the footy. Handball's over his shoulder. Beautifully done. Musil gave it off to the running Anderson. Kicking board to Riley Lopez. Dropped the mark. He had all the time in the world. Anderson's got one on. It's Cody McDonald. He's got space. He puts it in forward 50. Hillier might fly at the back. Body work. Hillier completes the mark. Plays on. Slams it home. And the Tigers get one. Good transition play from the Tigers.
Yeah, fantastic play then too, Scott. Great call. I thought, is that his second or third for the afternoon for Hillier?
Second.
But he's been their most dangerous forward. When the ball hits the ground or the ball comes inside 50, he's competing in the air and down low as well. And a great finish then too, and a good start too by the Tigers early in this third quarter.
They've started all the quarters really well so far, Box, and this is no exception. They're out to a 32-point lead, 3-minute mark of this second quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scored as the Tigers at 8-8-56, Drouin 3-6-24.
Nick Luceno sticks the head out of the window to get a better look at the crowd. What are you thinking, Nick?
I just need a hot dog.
Last time he tried that, he headbutted it.
He did. Musil gets the tap down, nicely taken. Can they get it out? First touch for Drouin was through Quirk. Ablett comes into lender hand, takes Musil. Musil drops ball, play on the call. Umpire will assume control as Aidan Quigley was the player that held it in. So a dozen players around with all eyes focused on Ablett. Musil gets the tap. Nice kick around the body from Wack. It was a soccer-like kick behind his body. Nicely done. Quick kick out of the pack. And a mark has been taken and played on quickly. Marshall feeds it off. Don't overuse the ball in these conditions. Jordan Kingy. They need to find a winner here, have they? They just about could kick through Kai Kirk, but his kick is poor and falls in the arms of Sam Walsh, last line of defence.
Clears it out to Galea. Galea looks up, open wing area. Musil will be the target.
One little hander.
Gives a handball off to Cooling. Tries to step back inboard. Trying to get a handball back to Bailey. Little quick kick goes along the boundary line. McDonald will gather it, and he tries to get through the tackler, and he's pinged. Holding the ball. Great tackle from Shea Harvey.
Oh, he should have went to ground then.
Easy
Shea Harvey. He could have got a 50 and be kicking for goal.
So Shea Harvey looks up. Good tackle. Looks down towards Ablett and Quigley. Goes in that direction. Ablett and Quigley. Body strength. Can't take the mark. Ablett's there. Goes to ground. Gets one high. High umpire. The umpire.
Here we go.
Yes.
I've picked it from his pocket before the game.
So
he's
40,
right there.
40 metres out.
Oh, he's hit his neck.
I'll tell you what, he's a little bit
okay.
hurt there. The left arm, I reckon. Left arm, left shoulder.
This is what we've come to see.
There he goes.
Look at the crowds pushing forward against the fence as well.
Tight angle, 45 metres. He'll have to kick this one right in front of the change rooms here in Drouin.
He will.
He
The little master. It's what we have come to see, boxer.
Hang on, I'm just quit the video.
From 45 metres, Gary Ablett Jr., the traditional skip, on its way, puts it across the face of goal, and it's going to just make the distance and get thumped through for a minor score. The anti-climax box.
It was, mate, and it's an easy pocket. I've kicked one from there before, so I'm not sure what's going on there with Gazza, but unfortunately didn't go the way it's supposed to.
All right, the ball gets brought back into play. Nicely done. Drouin with a little bit of room to move. Good handball over the top. It came from Pratt, and nicely done, really under pressure it was. That Shea Harvey found the boundary line, but found 20 metres in doing so. So in front of our commentary position, you'll hear this play now as it's at the half-forward flank. Nearly 6 minutes gone, third quarter. Drouin 3-7, Morwell 6-8. Musil up against Taylor. Musil gets the tap, nicely done, and gets another touch to Bailey. Bailey got rid of the ball, then held on to his opponent to look for the free kick, couldn't find it. A handball under pressure. It came from Quirk towards Bailey Stevens, and now, with a bit of intensity around the ball, the umpire will ask the boys to break it up. And the last player up with ball was Joe Collins.
Hey, buddy, can you 2 pies, 3 Cokes, and a hot dog?
A special comment from Nick Lucchino this afternoon. Musil took it down the ruck, gave it to Brody Atkins, though.
Good play.
Over the top to Evans. He takes it on. Handball inboard to Ablett from 50. Snap around the body. No, he's got the belly of the ball on that occasion. He tried to hook it around.
That's all right. You can try things. You can give him the ball. Give him the ball.
That's exactly right. He looks for the spark, does Ablett. He tries to G up his teammates.
Yeah, the pressure from Cooling was too much for the master.
7 minutes in, third quarter. Tigers lead it, though, 31 points. As Cooling presents to the pocket. Ablett ignores him. Disrespect. As Wetherill kicks it over his head now. Goes towards the 2 ruckmen. Hancock will fly. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Second effort okay. Riley was down at ground level. Drags it in. He's in trouble now. The umpire lets it go. Pops out of the back. Squeezed a handball there was Aidan Quirk for the Hawks. Tried to get him running. And couldn't do so when Whack picked up Tommy Evans like a rag doll.
Like Hancock's game today.
Blake should have turned around to Ablett and said, "Don't you know who I am?"
Oh, that's fair too.
Yeah, certainly his father would have. Right half forward flank. Musil, good tap. Found a teammate who was found very quickly as well. And it was a nice tackle by Aidan Quirk to keep the ball right half forward flank. Drouin into attack. Kicking to the right of Radio. Trailing at the moment by just over 5 goals. They fight hard. Jumping on the ball and really not making a real attempt, but getting away with it was Tom Evans. He was tackled by Bailey. Umpire again, another ball up. Musil will contest this one. He'll do it against Wetherill. I reckon Wetherill, maybe it landed on his shoulder rather than a nice tap, but coming in nicely now was Bailey Stevens. Inboard, quick set of hands, was pretty good. Inside forward 50, fed off. Ablett, touched, nicely done. Quick kick, under pressure. Not sure how he found a disposal, but he did. A kick off the ground by Collins. Top of the square. I tell you what, Ablett nearly got another kick. Kicky's kick around the body. It's coming back. But not enough, I'm on to score.
Are they trying to spoil the party, these players? He's been cleared twice for the outside handball and they've gone the other way.
You don't have to worry until there's a kick in it and the game's in the dying seconds.
3-8-26 Drouin, 30 points in arrears of more. 8-8-56 McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 9 minutes played third quarter.
Wetherill decides to go away from where the numbers are, and this should be open on the far side of the ground. Quigley is the target. Atkins with a spoil. Tigers have got some numbers, but working hard at ground levels. Bethune, the Tigers, though, win out. Over the top, Brandon McDonald, open forward line, goes in towards Darnell Grech. He can mark. The Tigers have got numbers everywhere. They've just got to execute it. They get it over the back, and Gray will mark.
A bit too easy, that.
It certainly was, and they really tough effort there on the far side. Charlie Bethune tried his best against 3 Tigers, but he just had to lock it in as Gray plays on, snaps around the body and puts it through, and the Tigers get the opening 2 goals of the third quarter. Tom Gray now becomes another multiple goal scorer for the Tigers.
Yeah, best transition play from the Tigers all afternoon though too, but the way they use the ball inside And Brandon McDonald's kick inside to Greg. I've liked it all day. I like the move of Greg forward. It just presents well. Used the ball very well, and the kick was absolutely on a dime, and he hit great and finished off again for another goal.
Taking Morwell's lead out to a match high 36 points at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Morwell 9-8-62, leading Drouin 3-8-26.
So Ablett's back into the middle of the ground boxer. Riley Lopez now mans him up. And as you said a couple of moments ago, the Hawks are just ignoring him a couple of times. They need to feed him the ball. Back to the middle they go, and working hard across there was Bailey Stevens. Gets it out wide now to Kingy. He chips it out wide to a teammate. Running onto this one is Wand. Kick around the body on that occasion. Gets to half forward. Quirk just missed the handball to Tommy Evans. Salter it is, goes again. Handball over the top to Wands. They go back now to Pratt. Pratt back inboard to Salter. Salter takes on the tackler. Little quick kick though. Lands in the hands of Walsh, and the Tigers again. Transition might be away. Carlson takes the mark in the middle of the ground. He's going to get run down. No, he didn't in the end. He kicks to McDonald. Open forward line again. Presenting is Hillier, and it hits him. No, at his toes. Second effort needs to be good. Squirts out the back. Brody Atkins is there for the Hawks. Squeezed a handball across now to Xavier Kinder. They get it out further afield. McCullough's there. Ducks his head under the tackler, and the umpire said, no, you can't do that. Even if he does duck, it's over the shoulder. And the free kick will go McCullough's way.
So McCullough plays on quickly. Nicely done. Finds Wands. Harry from outer side wing. That left leg looks for an inboard option and finds McCullough, who normally would be wearing the 29. Today wears the 18. Right half forward flank. They've got some room to move here through Salter, and they got the lead on, and Kingy just had to stop and wait and prop, and it wasn't a great kick forward, but they got the numbers around the ball. Can they find a winner? And Cooling's just stopping Ablett from getting close to the ball, but now a left foot kick around the body is just offline. 4 attempts at goal today. He hasn't found the scoreboard in a big way, but he's found a point.
3-9-27 Drouin, Morwell 9-8-62. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard 12-minute mark of the third quarter.
Well, the Tigers' transition again is great. Wetherill got it out to Boyd Bailey, delivers to Brandon McDonald. The runner is on. It's Tristan Wack. He can gather it. He runs to 50. Flying shot. Back there is Hillier in the front. Couldn't quite get it. Good spoil in the end on that occasion was from McMillan. And that will see a minor score from the Tigers in a blink of an eye. 36 points.
9-9-63 to 3-9-27.
All right, ball brought back in, cut off nicely, and they've got an opportunity to go forward through Musil from the arco, top of the 50, kicks to within metres from the goals, spills off hands, and now they've got some room to bring it out of defence. Not getting a handle on it just as nicely as he would was Kinder. McDonald applied the tackle, which opened up the door, and Morwell go forward, and it could be a beautiful kick from goal from Brandon Bailey, and it is just that, a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
It's a great goal then too by Brandon Boyd there too. Again, I said he was brought into the side many years ago.
Did you just put the two brothers together?
Did I?
Brandon Boyd?
Yeah, Brandon Boyd. I don't know.
Bailey.
Don't worry, I tripped over my tongue in the call as well.
Yeah, it was a bit tough, but it was a great goal then as well. And Drouin will be ruining themselves as well. They've been getting done on the overlap footy by Moore has been fantastic as well. And the pressure inside 50 by the Moore forwards resulted in a great reward for effort.
42-point lead to Moore, 13-minute mark of the third quarter, 10-9-69, 3-9-27, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So Musil will do the ruck duties. Tapped it down again to Taylor over the handballs. Nicely done. Riley Lopez to Carlson. Swings around.
Ablett's down,
forward
boys.
handball. Ablett's in the middle. Riley Lopez at the top of the 50. Took on the tackler. Attacking that hard was Bailey Stevens. Head over the football. Tigers got some numbers. Bailey squeezed the handball. That was Oddie squeezed the handball out to McDonald. Now Greg gives it to Boyd Bailey. Ablett with a strong tackle. Seems to have recovered all right. They go again to the Hawks and they cause the stoppage at the top of the 50.
It was more of a frustrated tackle there by Ablett too. He did get crunched fairly heavily in the middle of the ground. Took him a little while to get up while the play went away. But he did. He worked hard back inside defensive 50.
Tigers out by 42 points now into the third quarter. Whack with a head over it from the stoppage. Stevens gave it a quick one to Marshall. Run through the middle of the ground. Twisting and turning there is Wands. Has a bounce. Gives it inboard back to Jared Marshall. Right in the middle of the drill.
Go for goal!
Unloads. Goes for goal. It's an open forward line. Which way will it bounce? It bounces on end. Trickling away though. and it wasn't quite accurate in the end, and it goes over for a boundary throw in 14 and a half minutes in.
Can you get 2 hot dogs, 3 pies, and 4 beers? Oh, no, not have
Box
drink
start,
beer.
no drinking on the job.
He's going to too.
No, don't do that, you know.
He's got the window open.
No, it's all good. All fun and games.
Poppy, get us an Ablett goal from this stoppage.
No problems at all. He's in the right position. He's been marked fairly heavily by Whack. Ball thrown back in. Base of the pack. Quick kick. He's going to come. No, it's not. Ablett comes in to lend a hand. Musil threads a handball through. Bailey, look away handball. Finds McDonald half back flank. He drops maybe what he should have taken. Picked up nicely. Inside forward 50 on the end of it. It's going to be Sam Pratt. And behind goal, some probably untoward pressure.
Taylor Weatherall's gone to Ablett. They're not giving him much space.
No, they're not. And the kick from Pratt inboard finds McDonald, and really it deserved better than what Drouin got on that occasion. He comes grandstand side. Drouin have got the numbers around the ball again. They just can't find the goals. A good tackle was applied on Kinder by Gresh, and at the right half forward flank, that's Drouin's half forward flank, a ball up will take place.
I'll try and get some halftime scores to people. People are asking a question about halftime scores.
So tap down, McAuliffe did well. Ray bursting through the stoppage. Handball then got slung to ground. Handball there was Quirk again. He goes again. Second effort okay. McAuliffe comes in strong with a tackle and a little bit untoward. Now there's a little bit of push and shove. Not happy on that occasion there was McMillan. And the free kick.
I can't see it.
Something's happening. It's gone.
She's on.
It is down. There's a little bit of a dust up. No one can see what's going on. It's right in front of the Tigers coaches staff. They all come into hand.
Well, that was caused by Brandon McAuliffe, who felt as though he should have got a free kick, then applied a tackle, which has a player from Drouin still down, and it was a push in the back, but he was taken fairly vigorously. It was more as frustration than anything else. McAuliffe didn't follow up what came as a consequence of that, but we've still got a Drouin player down with Gary Ablett lending some moral support there.
So the tackle was from McAuliffe, wasn't it?
Yes.
And the free kick was paid, and then they didn't like it.
They're looking at a shoulder here, are they, or not?
Yeah.
I can't really see, Scud, can you?
Yeah, it looks like, although they picked him up by the shoulder. So,
not the right one, though. See the right one?
Which is already strapped, so
I'll accept your apology.
Yeah.
While you're trying to take
Harry
the willy out of me.
is the one, so the 50-metre penalty will be paid.
Get in there, Gaz.
And it will go in the way, in the hands. Who's going to take the free kick? Will it be Ablett? He wants it. No, it's going to be Quirk.
Handball, though.
He does. He gives it a handball off to Ablett. Tries to step around the tackler. Gives a handball out back to Quirk. Goes again. Handballs out wide to Marshall. Marshall tried to sell a little bit of candy this way, that way. Gets around in the end. Kicks to a hot spot. Tigers have got 3-on-1. One can't complete it. Amoroso gets shoved in the back. Rushes it through. And it's a minor score. 7.5 minutes. A little bit of niggle in the game now.
Drouin now 3-10-28. That's their last 6 scoring shots have been behinds. Morwell 10-9-69.
Tigers are quick on transition. They get it to Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson from the half-back flank. That's right, half-back flank. Play onto the call, goes to the right side, and now they'll work their way out of trouble towards the half-forward line. Plenty of open space as Morwell go forward.
Great kick by
Not
Galea.
so much so as Drouin go forward. Left foot kicked within 20 metres of Morwell's goals. Well, dropping what he should have taken was Harvey. Falls out the back. They've still got numbers to hold it in. McDonald lends a hand and tackles and keeps the ball in the area. Does it nicely. They might make something out of nothing here, Morwell. Can they? Will they? Do they? Yes! Around the body by Curling is 1 point.
42 points the margin, 7 straight goals on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Morwell leading 10-10, 70 to 3-10-28.
Rain coming down fairly heavily now, Boxer.
It is, mate, and not seem to worry in the crowd too much at all. Umbrellas are up, but a lot of the people up here just enjoying the fact that Gary Ablett's on board.
They go straight to the middle of the ground to the Hawks, out of the kick into Quirk. Gives a handball back to McKellar. Comes to the near side and finds the target there in Hancock. He wants to quickly play on. Back to McKellar. Inboard again. The old 1-2. McKellar's been involved in this chain. Can he get it to Marshall? He can. On the chest. Drops the mark though. Jacobson was back there. Gives a handball off to Weatherall, who goes backwards and misses it. Now they're a chance. Stevens gives it to Amoroso. Gives it off to Evans. Evans kicks around the body. And the Hawks supporters like that little chain. 19 minutes in, they get their first goal of the third quarter.
Yeah, I love the fact that he took it on board as well. He could have probably given it off into the middle of the ground then to somebody else, but we won't mention his name. But at the same time, he did finish off really well. The best part of their play. Marshall, Quirk, Hancock today have been awesome for the Hawks. So a great build-up there and a good finish as well.
And the margin, 36 points in Maul's favour, 19-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Maul 10-10-70, Drouin now 4-10-34.
So back to the middle we go again, and the whistle is gone. There'll be a free kick Drouin's way as it goes to the big ruckman. They chip it over the top to Marshall. Marshall's going to go towards Ablett. He's on a lead. Give it to him. Decides to ignore him. He's
Unreal.
not the decoy forward. They kick it over his head. The target ended up being Collins. Comes to ground level. Evans, hard up on the boundary line. Cooling puts the tackle on. Got his kick away only just. Close under the boundary. Over it goes, and we've got a boundary throw in.
You do. I know what you're going to say. He just do.
He's not a decoy.
He's not. He just do.
He doesn't present to create the hole at the back.
Yeah.
A free kick's been paid here too, by the way, boys. I don't know what for, but Reece Salter will take the free kick. Hard up on the boundary line. Tight angle. No breeze really to speak of. Wet conditions though. Slippery ball. Outside he kicks it. And this could be a Zambrero goal today. No, big spoil from Hearn. Pushes it through for a minor score. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard this afternoon celebrating 30 years of coffee fit for any Aussie.
4-11-35 Drouin, trailing Maul 10-10-70.
AFL score, Scud, just quickly, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. It is the Pies, 16-4-100 to the Dockers, 7-4-46 at three-quarter time.
Josh Galea brings the ball out of Tigers' defence before it finds the boundary, just out of side wing. Braden Bailey was the player there that saw it over. As you heard, 21 minutes gone. The margin, well, more exactly double Drouin score, 10-10 to 4-11. They've been pretty crisp most of the day, have Morwell. They're working harder in numbers, with and without the ball, and they're getting the rewards of that. Drouin hanging on courageously, but you feel as though it's going to turn pretty quickly. As Joe Collins gets the ball forward towards Gary Ablett Jr. Nicely done. Inboard it goes. Good stuff to Amoroso. They need to get another one, at least, before three-quarter time. 2 would be ideal as they go inside forward 50. Can they find a winner here?
Great
they
mark.
can. Nice mark under pressure by Hancock.
He's been really good today.
He's going to back himself in, or is he? He plays on quickly around the body, off the boot. It's going to go within a metre or two of goals. We need someone front of the pack, back of the pack. It goes and over the boundary line, in fact, as a punch from Josh Galea found the safety zone, albeit just a few metres from Drouin's goals.
Just ticked on 22 minutes. Ball comes back into the field of play. Taylor will over the back, taps it towards the top of the square. Tigers have got all numbers. Galea did well.
He's been good down back.
Barreled ball to boot though. Bounces in front of a couple of Drouin defenders. Kingy got it out now towards Kinder. They get it back inside forward 50. Can't complete the mark. Amoroso front and square. Got the kick partially smothered. Whack, try to help out. Amoroso goes again. Evans is there. Quickly tackled by Walsh. And we have another stoppage.
Do you agree if Hugo was playing today, it might be a different ball game? They've had a lot of the play inside 50.
Don't know about a ball game. We're talking 35
3 or 4
points.
goals, but, obviously, if 3 or 4 goals is worth.
I don't think it'd be 4 goals 11, put it that way.
No.
Yep.
Quick kick out there from the Tigers. They clear it momentarily. Running onto this one is Joe Collins. Keeps it in. Underground handball to Marshall. Just come off the toe there of Walsh and trickles over for a boundary throw in.
Scud, knock, knock.
Not going there. I don't know who you are.
Poppy.
Yes.
Knock, knock.
23 minutes.
Hey, Nick, come in.
All right, bud.
Ball comes back in. Front spot there was Musil. Wack tried to crash his way through. Brandon Bailey at ground. Wack was at ground level as well. And that was Tom Gray. Just getting legged as well. Zach Anderson comes off the bottom of the pack.
Just the match of the day. I'll just quickly, half-time score, 6-10 Leongatha, 46-12 and 3-4-22 at half-time.
Anderson from this stoppage. Here's Ablett. Close up near the boundary line. Gathers it. Twists around one. Nice inboard handball. Just missed Bailey. Ball goes out of bounds though. Boundary throw in. Big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club. Ablett watched today. How many touches has he had, Paul?
He must have listened to Boxer. He's had 8 this quarter.
Yeah, starting to get involved. Still hasn't troubled the scorers in terms of a goal, but maybe a minor.
It may be. Ball, quick kick forward it was. Tom Evans. Yes, top of the square. And that's a mark by Kai Kirk, we think, or is it Kingy? I reckon it could be Clayton Kingy.
Yep.
At the top of the square. He's got the opportunity to bring this margin from where it currently sits of 35 to 29. Now, even saying that, it's going to take an almighty effort in the final 30 minutes to bridge that gap, but with the home crowd, it is possible. Straight in front of goal, and snuck it through. Nicely done.
Well, it's virtually not impossible. We watched the AFL last night.
Yes.
We saw 2 types, or three parts of a game played, didn't we? So Melbourne kicked the first 5, and then next thing you know, the next 10 goals were by Brisbane, but they come back and win the game of footy. So if there's miracles that can happen, well, probably won't be here this afternoon, but there'll be a fair chance if they can get 2 on in before 3/4 time.
It's, as I said, a 29-point margin. We're in the shadows of the 3/4 time. 5-11-41 Drouin, 10-10-70 Morwell, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Ablett back into the middle of the ground as knocked down by Hancock in the direction of Ablett, but in the front spot there for the Tigers was Riley Lopez.
Scarlett, a message from Vanessa. She's got you signed.
Oh, right, thank you.
The netball signed.
So back they go again. This time Musil taps it out. Coming the other direction, nicely done. Was Kingy, drives it back inside forward 50. Walsh goes to ground. Here's Kai Quirk, gathers it, shrugs a tackle, handballs over the top. Little tap out the back there looking for Stevens. Couldn't run onto it. They squeeze a handball out the back. Underground handball. At ground level there was Galea. Taking it on. Squeezed the handball back now to Quirk again. Gives it to Ablett. And the great man kicks it along the ground and misses. There was someone on the goal line anyway.
Was that 3 points to date for Ablett?
Yep, I think it is. Another minor score.
28-point lead to Morwell, 10-10-70 to 5-12-42.
One more goal makes it manageable as Cooling brings the ball back into play, plays on, runs 10, kicks 50. The ball 75 metres from goals now. Players around the ball. Morwell have the edge. They mark it forward. Nicely cut off by Harvey. Keeps the ball in the area. They're going to go forward again. Drouin, back of the pack. I reckon it's going to fall Ablett's way. Gets around one. A kick around the body.
No.
Don't tell me! He's done it. The crowd erupts. The players get excited. The police siren crushes their lights. And the game is back on again.
Oh, I wish I had the phone on for that one. But anyway, what a great goal by the great man. He in the perfect spot. He brushed off 2 players. Tristan Wack probably, it was a tough ask to mark a sort of ball coming in like that. But at the same time, we had the man, the wizard himself, kick a beautiful snap goal for his first of the afternoon.
Means Drouin has won the quarter by 3 points. It's a 22-point margin at the 26.5-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Is that the spark? Did the great man just give him the spark for the Hawks? Back to the middle they go. Musil taps it down. Game on in the third quarter. All thanks to McDonald's. We'll get another stoppage.
Last man up. Last man up. Have a look.
Ablett
I want you to have a look.
I like it. He's listened. Obviously, they had the headphones on, the iPods in their ears at half time.
Musil to do the ruck duties again. Up against Taylor. No one really won it down. Kicked off the ground there by Kingy. Got it out to the wing area. Cooling couldn't quite take with the one hand. Coming the other direction was Atkins. Squeezed a handball inboard to Stevens. Head over the football there is Lopez. Gets it out wide. Looking for a runner. Coming the other direction is McKellar. The Hawks are full of run. Inboard handball to Stevens. Kick around his body. Evans is there. Walsh is there as well. Gave it a whack by hand. And he clears it for the Tigers looking for the boundary line. Bounces in front of Bethune, and we got a boundary throw in. Far side of the Drouin Rec Reserve. We've just ticked over 27.5 minutes as the Drouin Hawks have kicked the last 3 goals of the game. And they trail by 22.
Poppy, it rained in 2009 grand final, Geelong versus the Saints. And this man was instrumental in winning that game as well. You never know.
14 years have passed, but he's showing flashes of his brilliance, as you'd expect him to at this level. He's done very well. Half-back flank for the Drouin side. Nice tackle. All of a sudden, there's some urgency about Drouin. Wow. They've pegged back the margin. They've actually won this quarter to date. One more goal would send them to 3/4 time, believing that they're a chance. Outer side of the ground. Kai Kirk fights hard. Dispossessed. Nicely done. Carlson feeds it over the top, and inboard they go through Laprise. They got to keep him out. Can they keep him out? The Hawks, the home side. They can. Good tackle. Could be holding the ball. The umpire says no. Cody McDonald laid the tackle. The ball just 30 metres from Morwell's goals. 28.5 minutes gone, third quarter. 22 points the margin. The visitors leading, 10-10. Drouin, 6-12.
Taylor with the tap down. Inside 50 for the Tigers. Squeezed a handball out. Aidan Quirk on this occasion. Got it out towards his brother in Kai. At the 3/4 time siren sounds, well, they've reduced the margin. It was 25 points at half-time. It's now only back to 22. We've got 1 to go here in Gippsland Live. We are coming to you live from the Drouin Rec Reserve. And at the 26-minute mark of that third quarter, Gary Ablett Jr. lit up this Drouin Rec Reserve. It set the crowd into a frenzy. And as a tribute to Rex Hunt, Yablets kicked the goal that the Hawks needed. It's 3/4 time, and it is the Tigers leading. 10-10-70 to Drouin, 6-12-48. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. back. We got one to go. Keith Statwin is in that quarter, thanks to Terrelgan Subaru. Paul, just quickly.
Blake Cooling up to 27 disposals. Gary Ablett at 10 that quarter for a total of 21 for the match.
All right, last quarter, final one. All thanks to Harvey Norman Computers is underway. Musil will do the ruck duties up against Taylor. Musil tapped it down. Bailey was in there. Head over the football. Marshall tried to put on a tackle. Then he tried to extract the footy out of Bailey's hands. Bobbling around. It's wet conditions. Drizzle start to fall, and it has been continuing for a little while. Kick off the ground there from Bailey Stevens for the Hawks. Goes to centre half, back forward. Hearn was there. Handball over the back. Musil. Handballs over the top. Nicely clean by McAuliffe. Gives it to Cooling. Kicks around the body. Centre half forward. Big fly from McDonald.
Geez, high.
Ground level. High. Free kick.
Free kick Drouin's way.
We'll go to McCallum.
It's a great contest there too. I don't think he was really... He obviously didn't play the man, but he had to obviously commit to the ball.
McCallum's kick inboard to
No.
He went to play on. He's now... And now
At
the umpire's
50.
going to say, stand.
Jeez.
So Aidan Quirk was lucky. He's going to go to the far side of the ground. Does it get there on the full? Quigley couldn't impact on it. Kai Quirk was there. Ran down from behind. Shoved him in the back. Hancock, little toe poke to himself. Come up nicely. Handballs, gives it, tries to give it to Master. Here he is. Gary Ablett steps around one. This could be another one. On the left. Gary Ablett Jr. If you don't mind, put through another cracker on the left.
That's the best that Zambero has got. Well, he ain't Zambero left to hit everything, because that was the goal of the day so far. To elude two players. Great call there, Scudman. And on his left, the crowd has erupted here. It's gone off. I know the weather's bloody bleak, but it's unreal. Great work there by the great man himself.
The last 26 points of the match have gone Drouin's way. They've come from a 42-point margin now to a 16-point margin at the 1 minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard has Drouin at 6-12-48, trailing Morwell 10-10-70.
The little Master was superb on that occasion. Quigley, though, wins it from the stoppage here, and they get it to centre half forward, but Harvey takes the mark. They're full of running, the Hawks. Squares it out wide to Marshall. He's got inboard numbers, but he decides to go out wide, out towards the target there as Wines. He just missed the handball there. That was Salter in the end, and quickly closing on the ruckman Taylor. We'll get it over for a boundary throw-in.
Need to keep it simple, though, in these slippery conditions.
It's all about yardage, isn't it? Get it forward, get it forward.
So the outer side of the ground with the margin just 16 points. Slowly, the home side eating into that lead of Morwell. And the man that's been responsible for that, in most part, has been Gary Ablett with two beautiful goals. One to finish off the third, one to start off the fourth. 2 3/4 minutes gone of this fourth. Drouin, winners of just one game this year, up against Morwell, who need desperately to win to keep in touch with the 5. Marshall, quick kick from the pack. Front of the pack, whack. Apply some real good pressure at ground level. The home side are just winning the 50-50 balls at the moment, and they might get another one here. No, taken high. Play on. Yes, taken high. It's going to be a Drouin free kick, and they're going to kick from 45 metres on a 45-degree angle.
Wait for the set play here, Poppy. Here we go.
So it's going to go Drouin's way. Can't pick the player, or let Scud call it home.
Yeah, thanks very much for that one.
Well, you've got the binoculars and I can't see.
I think it's number 6. I just can't... If it's...
Well, it's not Tommy Evans. I'll give you the tip. It's not Tommy.
Okay.
Whoever it might
Bailey
be.
Stevens. It might be Bailey Stevens on the far side of the ground. Right foot kick, gets underneath it, kept it on the near side, and it's through for a minor score. And on the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard,
Is that Aidan Quirk in the end? Can't pick the player. Sorry, Paul Carter.
7-13-55 Drouin. 15-point margin now in Morwell's favour, 10-10-70.
All right, well, I'll bring the ball back into play. They do it nicely. They find Bailey just short of right half back flank as the Tigers bring the ball grandstand side. Bailey on that beautiful left leg of his kicks all of 50 metres. A big punch from behind comes from big fella Ryan Taylor.
holding the footy.
Holding the footy goes...
Ablett's called, got the hold
Goes
of the
against
footy.
Whack. Whack's disagreeing with the umpire's decision. Ablett says, keep on disagreeing. I think you've got merit to it. He plays on quickly, rounds it up, top of the square. They need to make this competitive. They do. Falls to the front of the pack, almost dropping the ball. Kingy comes in, fights hard, coming through beautifully, and now Morwell out of the back line through Bailey, clear with a 50-metre kick, falls in the arms of Hillier as they go forward.
Darnell Grech gets it, puts it into an open forward line. It's a foot race between Charlie Bethune and Brandon McDonald. Top of the square they go. McDonald squeeze a handball out the back, head over the football. There was a free kick, might go Dan Klebney's way.
Yep, he's got him in the back, Scud.
So Klebney has it right in the back pocket. The Hawks are coming. It's a 15-point margin down here in Drouin. Drizzle rain for the whole second half of this game. His kick from Klebney finds the target in Harvey. They're still in their defensive 50 though.
Incredibly, 20 scoring shots, both teams this afternoon, Scud.
Harvey kicks down the line. Gray in the front spot, couldn't complete the mark. Second effort was pretty good. Handball's inboard. The run from Darnell Grech. Lets the big ruckman Taylor get it, then put on a tackle. Stevens was good. Handball's out wide. Twisting and turning backwards. There was Aidan Quirk. And the kick can find his teammate. 60 metres out from the defensive goal. It's in the hands there of Kai Quirk.
So Kai Quirk from right half-back flank. His side trailing by 15 points with 20 minutes to play. Plenty of time. They find a winner. Nicely done. Hancock it is, outer side wing. He wants to play on quickly. He does that. Kicks to centre half forward. Oh, not a great kick. And, well, it falls to ground, and all of a sudden what was Morwell's ball turns into a 50-50 contest at ground level in forward 50, and they want the free kick. Play on's a call. Ablett around the ball. All plays beaten by the boundary. The boundary
on the full
umpire to throw this one back in. No, off the full, off legs will go Morwell's way.
It will. Boyd Bailey is the one. Lights on. Drizzle. 15-point margin. Big moments thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club this afternoon. Bailey's kick goes in the direction of Musil and unopposed in the end. The Hawks can't let that happen. As Musil has it, right foot kick. Down the line it goes again. Brandon McDonald is the target. No one can mark. Play on to the umpire. Trying to crash through was Alex McMillan with the long sleeves this afternoon. Stoppage.
You get the feeling, Boxer, if Morwell get the next goal, it will take the wind out of the sails of Drouin. But if Drouin get the next goal, they'll start to believe they can win this. They're 15 points down at the moment. They'll, with another goal, bring it back to single figures. That's what they're desperately trying to do from the outer side of the ground. Here they go. Kingy spits it out, finds a teammate. We reckon it could be Bailey Stevens. Outer side towards half forward. Bounces over the top. Could this be their big chance? Oh, just losing a handle on the ball. Ablett stopped it in its tracks, the ball, and now on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, there'll be a boundary throw in.
Just got to get those ugly balls inside 50. I just don't think the overuse of ball with the conditions the way it is doing them any favours. Get the ball inside ugly and do the work itself.
So boundary throw in. Hancock will take the ruck duties, try to slap it towards the goal. Back there was Wetherill, slaps it on the boot, gets it to the open wing area, chasing after it quickly, but not quite keeping. They wanted to keep it in the field of play. Back there was Kingy. And it went over in front of the marquees on the far side of the ground, getting good use with this rain.
Scope quickly up some scores around the grounds as well, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland, Leongatha 8-10-58, lead Terrelgan 3-4-22, Sale 5-6-36, they try one Thaggy 12-2-74.
Front spot Musil, down at ground level there was McAuliffe. Grab when he didn't have the football, will win the free kick.
With some other scores as well. Moe 13-7, 85 to Warrigal 5-9-39, and Mafra 12-5-77. We wrote him off to Bairnsdale 8-8-56.
Drives the kick McAuliffe down to half forward, but going up and marking as Jordan Kingy will quickly come to the near side. Goes over the head of Cooling. Hancock will take the mark, runs in the middle of the ground. He's going to drive it inside forward 50, and it's all the Tigers back there. Hearn will take the chest mark. They wanted to lower the eyes. The Hawks forwards. He just blazed away in the end, and Hearn took the easiest of marks.
Grease Scud there. He kicked the 2-on-1, and the biggest player out there, Ryan Hearn, took an easy mark.
Squares it up and goes out to Wetherill.
Also, Wetherill from the left back pocket goes short. They're just starting to find some space as the intensity from Drouin is starting to ease, which they can't let happen for too long. Boyd Bailey, just short of half-back flank. Long left leg towards the outer side of the ground. Ball spills to the front of the pack. They've got the numbers at ground level. Kai Quirk, off they go. They've got some runners. Quick kick forward. They need to find a winner here. They might find a winner here. Can they find a winner here? A quick kick from the big guy.
Yep.
And I tell you what, this game is well and truly on. Ryland Taylor, take a bow.
That's just the way to do it, Poppy. Just get the ball in as quick as you can. Doesn't matter how it comes in. Just that I was going to be a little bit critical of the overuse of the handball, but once they got that ball inside 50, the groundwork then by the Drouin players was incredible, and a great finish then as well. Game on.
And we're down from a 40-point margin down to a 9-point margin now at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter. And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Drouin are now 8-13-61, Maul 10-10-70.
If you watched last night's game between Melbourne and Brisbane, you know miracles can happen, and we might be on the edge of seeing one. Could the Grand Master, could the great man be the difference in the dying seconds of this game when the game's in the balance?
He's forward at the moment too. Tristan Wax stayed with him all the whole day. He's still with him at the moment.
So Musil will do the ruck duties. Again, clearly taps it out. Winning it back there was Kai Quirk. Aidan Quirk was in there as well. Comes to ground level. Stevens tried to bustle his way through. Musil got a handball out. Back there is Riley Lopez. He just got to shuffle it out. He couldn't get a clean handle on it. Quickly tackled by Joe Collins. And we'll have a ball up right in the middle of Drouin Rec Reserve.
I like the move too, though, because the more repeat entries you're going to get in there, the more chance he's going to have a go as well to get him back in front.
Drouin's put a loose one back. The Tigers are going to match that. They're going to go one-on-one. Hancock just ran through the stoppage at ease. Kicks it inside forward 50. No one can mark. Ablett front and square. Trying to get around run. Back pedals. Gives a handball back now to Brodie Atkins. The young star from Drouin. Delivers inside forward 50. Can't quite complete the mark. Back there was Quirk. And rushing it over was Taylor Weatherall for a boundary.
You know what? Wack got exposed then.
He did.
Wack got drawn into the contest. Ablett sat off. Did it nicely. That was the difference. Wack's not the right person for him.
No, he's not. Maybe young McCauley, Aidan Quigley this time of the day.
When he goes forward, you go with a natural small defender box.
Yeah,
so wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think.
Jack Anderson.
Here he goes now. Ablett held without the ball. Play onto the call. Beaten to the ball by the boundary. 40 metres out. I tell you what, what's happened here now? Is it out in the full? No, they've called for that. The ball will be thrown back in.
The perfect one for me is Weatherall. I think Weatherall's probably a good match for him when he goes forward.
So 11 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. Drouin 8-13-61 there, the home side. A quick kick, Ablett left leg. Geez, got smothered off the boot. They're not done yet. They got the ball in the 50, but no. Momentarily it comes out, but it's going to come back to whence it came because Drouin have got the numbers behind the ball at the moment. The player is Hancock, left leg. It's going to land within 30 metres. Can they find a winner? I tell you what, Kingy slid on his knees. Ball went over the chin. And there was one that went missing. It could have made the difference, just 3 points, one kick. Ablett holds ball in, picks up ball, gives to umpire. 30 metres out now, maybe 20 from Drouin's goals, directly in front. They get the tap, ground level. They need a winner. Can they find one? Kingy slipped when he didn't want to. Now Cooling feeds it out. Nice handball. Under pressure, they keep the ball in again for Drouin. It's going to get thumped back in. Falling short. Can they find a winner? They can't. Bailey takes a mark. In fact, it could be Walsh with the Drouin goal 30 metres behind him.
Walsh just holds things up, comes to the near side. He's looking for Cody McDonald. He can find him by foot. Top of the defensive 50 for the Tigers. He wants McDonald. So Cody McDonald kicks towards Brandon McDonald. Have to fly. Musa was there as well. Front spot Jacobson. Squeeze a handball to Riley Lopez. He's got to get rid of it. He does. Quigley has to bend over. Handballs over his shoulder. Jacobson will kick around his body. 3 to beat. McDonald goes up. Oddie's got to work hard at ground level. He dives on it. Now he's got to get rid of it. Camps on the footy. Umpire said my ball.
Going to be a brave umpire to call that one this tight. This part of the game at the moment, Scud.
Umpires have been good all day, gone unnoticed as the game's been played in tricky conditions. Half forward flank, Newsall gets the tap. Nicely done. They've got the numbers at ground level at the moment. They're standing tall. Quick kick forward, comes from Drouin's Hancock, who's been good. But unfortunately for Drouin fans, falls in the arms of Sam Walsh, who's been pretty steady as well.
He does. He comes back towards Brandon McAuliffe in the middle of the ground. He takes the mark, looks up. He's got a couple on him board, doesn't decide to go there. Plays on around to the right foot. Centre half forward. Riley Lopez can mark and does just that.
Oh, that's a good mark.
48 metres out. He's too far out to score, you'd think. Quickly plays on from 49. Has a flying shot at goal. Gets to the back. Ryan Hearn, the defender, goes back. Can't mark. Ground into ball in dispute. Hearn keeps his feet. McDonald puts on a tackle. And we're going to ball up. 14 minutes in. The margin is at 9 points. The Tigers, as we said, led by 42. It was the highest margin. They now only lead by 9.
They were 10-10 at the time.
And they're still 10-10. Top of the square it goes. Hancock taps it down. Gets over the back. Stevens, quick rush kick. Goes out towards the top of the 50, towards the boundary line. The Tigers want deliberate, and the umpire says, no, you can throw it in. 50 metres now out from the Tigers' goal.
Good common sense decision by the umpire. We can jump on them every so often. But today wasn't that day.
All on the far side of the ground. Back into the field of play, Poppy.
Here we go. So they get it out. They do it nicely through Kinder into the centre of the ground. But Morwell, as Drouin had done in the first 10 minutes of this quarter, are holding the ball in their area. Sam Walsh takes another mark. 32 of the 36 players are forward of centre, one of which is at the outer side of the ground. I reckon that could be Wack, who plays on Ablett. They're going laterally, not gaining a lot of ground. Musil gets the ball at the moment.
They're happy to hold the ball there, Poppy, at the moment. It's just a little bit risky with 15 minutes only played this quarter.
Musil kicks and threatens forward 50, busts through that area. Mark drop, but you can excuse that given the tricky, slippery, pressured conditions that we see at the moment. And on the arc of 50, with Morwell into attack and 15 and a half minutes gone and leading by 9 points, the umpire will ball this one up.
Things certainly getting dark here at Drouin. As Musil has been enormous, tapped it back. Marshall was there, just left it behind. Trying to go through there was Hancock. Put on a strong tackle. And as most often, Boyd Bailey, Brandon McAuliffe have been on the bottom of most packs. We've got another stoppage, 15, make it 16 minutes gone now. The Tigers hanging on by 9 points. Front spot again, Musil tapped it down. Quirk was back there, tackled by Hillier. They shuffle it forward. Brodie Atkins was there, trying to get it back to Hancock. He left the footy behind for the Hawks. Oddie was at ground level. Not going too far, and we'll get another stoppage this time. It's about 40 metres around now from the Tigers' goal.
Bit of an upset happening in the AFL too, Scud. The Gippsland Gold Coast Suns. 8 minutes to go in the last quarter, 10-10-70. They lead St Kilda 7-3-45.
It's good for Tigers fans who have got their sights set on the Saints' position on the ladder. Taking the ball out of the pack, though, right here is Ryan Hearn. They gives it off to Curling, top of the square. This could be the one the Tigers want. They dance around, they kick for goal, the kick smothered. Drouin are absolutely desperate. They keep the ball in the area. No, they get it out towards the boundary line. Nicely done, Hancock. And they find the boundary line. The crowd, which is healthy, are happy with the efforts of the Drouin side. They still trail by 9 points. 17 minutes gone, final quarter. Ablett's been more than serviceable now. 2 goals to his name. 4 behinds, 1 out and play in the full. But got the opportunity to make the difference in this game. Punch forward and out of the danger zone momentarily. Comes out the back of the pack. Drouin desperate to keep the ball away from the goals. They kick towards the centre. Musil, the first player there. He keeps it in front of him as you should do in these sort of conditions before it's held in. Right half forward flank. It's sloppy. It's ugly. It's slippery. It's wet. It's dark. And don't we love it?
We certainly do. Taylor will do the ruck dues again with Musil. They go battle. Taylor just got a fingertip on this one. Marshall squeeze it out the back. Kai Quirk's been good. Hambles out towards Klebney. Klebney will kick it laterally. He's going to miss Harvey though. It skids out. He's got a little bit of time. Cooling will try and close. Harvey delivers towards the half forward. Big spoil over the back there. No free kick was paid. Front and square there was Stevens. Left it behind. They dive on top of the football. Numbers now converge. And the umpire has no other option but to ball it up. True centre wing. The Tigers have just gained back a little bit of momentum. They've had it in their forward half for probably the last 5 or 6 minutes. They still lead by 9 points though. And Musil will do the ruck duties again. Hard at ground level there was Quigley. McAuliffe down there as well. Dropping to the knees as Taylor to put on some more pressure. The umpire just lets it go for a moment. Marshall decides to shuffle it. Cooling with a quick kick now. Goes to the inside forward 50 again. Top of the 50 it goes.
Nice.
Leaving it. Hancock gets it out wide towards Evans and Walsh. Evans for the Hawks. Walsh for the Tigers. They both go to ground. Ball in dispute. They hold each other. The umpire lets it go. Great work. Walsh gives it over to Jacobson, who tried to tap it towards Wetherill. And Evans puts on another tackle.
Great umpiring there to let that one slip.
Brilliant umpiring as well. And the Tigers are just doing what they need to do now is really hold the game up, slow it right down. The last 5 minutes has been incredible just to be able to do that because Drouin had all the momentum.
So Musil and Hancock. Hancock slaps it forward. Quigley was there. Quickly tackled by Hancock again. He's been busy this afternoon. Aidan Quigley was there to help.
We've had no score for 10 minutes now.
Well, you wouldn't think the quarter would go too long, although we have had quite a few stoppages. Again, Musil taps it down. Good spot there on that occasion by Collins, but the kick was smothered. And it just stays in the field of play. Hillier was the first one there. Slides down and the ball goes over for a boundary throw in. 19 and a half minutes gone in the Harvey Norman Computers final quarter. Sees the Tigers hanging on by 9, but they haven't kicked a goal since the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. Here's Rob Popplestone for Gippsland Live for Harvey Norman Electrical on TRFM.
All right, so we've got the big man Taylor up against Musil. Ball falls front of the pack. Hancock, quick kick. Drouin get the mark through McCullough. Wearing 18. Play on to call. Good tackle from behind. Wait a minute. He hasn't called play on. Means it must be 50. It is. Wow.
You run off the mark and it's play on instantly until the umpire
calls it. The umpire didn't call it, so technically...
That's where this rule has been badly administered. They don't. The moment you step off your line, it should be play on.
And now he's squared the game up for him as well, because he was a bit more of an angle than that as well. So he's got more of scope having a goal here.
Important as plays have been made, there's been none more important than this for McCullough. Directly in front. Normally wears the 29. Now with the 18, he puts the home side within 3 points with a handful of minutes to play.
See, we're going to have to be diplomatic here as well. The umpire's made...
I'm not going to be. No way. It's disgraceful. The worst decision you ever have, and it could change a game of footy, Boxer.
It could, but the rules are, and I agree with Paul Carter as well, the rule hasn't been black and white since it's come out. This time round, he didn't call play on.
But you know what he had to do? The tackler... He should have waited for him.
Yep.
Waited for he had him right there, but he didn't hear the call play on. I hate it when it's your side.
Yep.
But I love it when it's not.
Look at
3-point margin, 21-minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. 9-13-67 Drouin, Morwell 10-10-70.
Well, there's your big moment right there. Musil taps it straight down Bailey's throat, but wrapped up by Marshall in a tackle.
This game is set up for Gary Ablett to kick the winning goal in the dying seconds.
Unbelievable. Back to secondary stoppage. Musil again taps it down. Marshall was there. Bailey with a quick kick towards half forward. Carlson drops to the ground, slipped over, hit over the football. They shuffle it out. Drouin somehow get a handball out. Hillier was there, tries to get it out towards McAuliffe. Head over it. Marshall again crashes through. And Quigley tried to crash through as well. It's a desperation stake. Somehow comes out to Kai Quirk. They get the kick to half forward. Gallier can take the chest mark at half back. And the umpire now, as he rolls around, now calls play on. Well, the rule stands on that occasion as he kicks it towards half forward. Big fly from the back. Can't get it. It was Collins. It goes over in front of McCullough. And we're going to boundary throw in 60 metres out now for the Tigers goal.
The only thing I'm ruined about this decision now is that we've got to go home with Scud. All right, so it's just got to be really...
Might be better to catch a taxi.
Taxi, yeah.
Let you know in about 8 minutes' time, depending on the result.
Right half forward flank. Musil gets front position. Morwell into attack. He gets the thump at ground level. It is Joe Collins. Can't get purchase on the ball. And eventually McAuliffe, ball and all, gets taken over the line by Marshall.
You couldn't see this game going any more than 24-25. We've only had 1 goal kick, 2 goals kicked for the quarter.
Morwell with a spare man behind the play. Is that what you're pointing to, Scud?
Yep.
Morwell spare man. That's Gallier. Just trying to protect this lead. I'm not sure it's the way to go. With just 1 kick in it and still a handful of minutes to go. The game's there to be won. They get the next goal, and here they go. Quick kick forward, cut off. Quigley was the player. Goes, and this is their best chance. Carlson fights hard to keep front position. Drouin relentlessly working towards the boundary line. Can they find it? They don't need to. Now they do. A quick kick forward. Have they risked James Jacobson's kick forward? Finds Klebney. Klebney plays on quickly. They've got some room to move. They just need to dive on this ball. It's a 50-50. A kick off the ground is missed. Nicely done by Stevens. The game's still on, out of sight of the ground. Every little bit of effort they've got is being dished out by both teams. The game's in the balance. Half forward flank. And a free kick paid is going to go the way of, is it Musil?
It's Bailey.
Bailey, half forward flank for Morwell.
The coach. Slow play now. They look up. They've got to go towards the boundary. It's a scrub, a little kick. Ground level there was Quigley. Gave a handball off now. Kick around the body was Riley Lopez. They're going to fly it from the back. No one can mark it. Out the back. Hillier dives on the footy. They try and get over, and they've called.
Free kick. Morwell's way. Oh, what?
They've
Drouin's
called
way.
below the knee. The slide in. And the Hawks will square it out wide where Hancock can take the mark. He can handle over the top. Quickly, they try to take him on. This is Aidan Quirk. He does that. He kicks in towards McKellar. Big spoil there from Jacobson. Head over the football. Musa was there. Got ball to boot. Only just. Soccer off the ground there on that occasion was from Collins. Inside forward 50. Seba Amoroso. Got it. Tackling. Down on ground. Holding the ball. The crowd's up and about now. Walsh has the free kick. 24 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Walsh will chip it over the top and find Jacobson, who can take the mark.
Your boundary is your best friend now, I think, Poppy.
Big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club this afternoon. Right now the margins, 3 points. Tigers lead it. Jacobson kicks along the social room side of the ground. In the front spot was Musil. At the back was Hancock. He played on. He handled inboard. They go to ground. Squares hammered out by De Clevney. He ducked the head. He got tackled by Hilliard, and the umpire said,
that's the right decision.
Holding the ball.
Took him on. I think Hancock's going to be ruined. The fact that he played on then, I think he had more time.
Quigley's cramping.
Needed some more talk around the play then.
Hilliard looks up. They got numbers back. He just barrels it high. They need a contest, the Tigers. McDonald! Brandon can't quite complete it. Sliding it again was Bailey. Play on this time, the umpire said.
Yeah, I thought that one was below the legs.
Salter fights hard at ground level, and we have a stoppage right on the 50. 25 and a half minutes gone. The margin is 3 points in favour of the Tigers. Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
All right, Musil comes in for Morwell to contest this ruck on the arc of 50. He's up against the big man Taylor for Drouin. Fights on for the ball. McAuliffe, ball and all, taken. Umpire assumes control again. 25 and 3/4 minutes gone now.
Tigers got 2 spare back now.
Yeah, defending vigorously this very small lead. Quick take over the top. Carlson, a chance to win the game, and he does just that. A beauty by Carlson in time on of this game. Extends the margin from 3 to 9.
Yeah, it's a big memory then for Zach Carlson. That was a great goal. They'll be peppering away the last few minutes here as well. An opportunist goal just inside 50. Dying stages of the game. 3 points on the balance, puts it to 9. I think that's the ball game now, lads.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 11-10-76 is Morwell's score. 9 points lead over Drouin, who are 9-13-67.
We're safe to go home.
Yeah,
now.
we're okay, thank goodness.
Whew.
Don't count your chickens just yet.
Okay.
Still going on about that decision. As the ball is back to the middle of the ground.
It wasn't the decision today, it was a decision in 1987 that he hasn't let go. Here we go. Centre of the Drouin Rec Reserve. Musil again, who's been good second half of this oval. Taylor, he gets the tap, he beats Taylor. And now Morwell come out of the midfield through LaPrez. They handball and inside 50 in the blink of an eye. Can they open them right up now? This is their big chance, Morwell. They've been good all day. Drouin have fought courageously. But now, in the dying seconds, can they find something special? Marshall, handball's out of trouble. Here they go. They go forward towards the half-forward flank. Who's going to be first player there? Leading it to the back was that Greg at the bottom. He's been put back in defence as well. And the left half-forward flank, Drouin, trying to find a way forward. They can't. Will that quick kick forward find the boundary? It will. And 27 and a half minutes gone. There's a boundary throw-in just forward of centre wing. Drouin's side of half-forward flank. They trail by 9. Time may be their biggest opponent as we speak.
Final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Ball back into the field of play. Tapped down quickly by Musil. Collins works hard. Tried to squeeze a handball out. Head over the football. There was Marshall with a quick kick. Top of the 50 it goes. Darnell Grech with 2 bites. And has paid the mark. The final siren sounds as Zach Carlson kicked the winning goal at the 26-minute mark. The Tigers have won it. And they won at 11-10-76, getting over the top of Drouin. 9-13, is it? 67.
It is.
And it is a margin of 9 points in the end. Drouin players and supporters, I should say, rush onto the field because you know exactly where they're going to go. They're going to go to Gary Ablett Jr. Meanwhile, he's having a bit of a chat to Tristan Wack, who played on him all afternoon as well. He gives him a bit of a tap on the head, and Wacky says, thank you very much for the afternoon. Gary Ablett Jr. will get to those key stats, of course, after this. We're going to go to a break. You've been listening to Gippsland Live. The Tigers get home in a thriller. 9 points in the end of round 13. A Linter Energy Gippsland League. It is all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.